right. We got Saturday early night live session going on right now. We doing the Saturday night lights.
Saturday night blackout.
We doing it early today. So we call that Saturday early night live session. And it's called the Morning Star. Also, and direct contact. We're going to speak around those are the things we're going to speak about today, right now. Oh, and whatever else we get on, you know us. The lights start shining, we just start. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And Sister Fatima said she got a song, so I guess after the song, we introduce ourselves. Or y'all would introduce yourselves first. Get with it. Fatima, Sister Fatima.
Y'all well on deck.
Hey, peace and infinite, abundant, divine blessings. This is the Master Sound Therapist, aka the Magic Man.
White.
Well, that's how you know who's who, cause it be the cabinets in the country. It'd be the importance.
Yep. It's Brother Mac.
Who else?
DOC, Department of Corrections, at your service.
Damn.
DOC. Doc on deck.
Yeah. Malachi's disciples.
Doc on deck. That is what it is. What's happening though? What's going on? How everybody be?
Yo.
It's all good my way.
Yo.
It's all good my way. Man, you know what? I'm going to say right off right now, what we're about to get into now isn't for the weak at heart. You get what I'm saying? So it's going to separate those who can, pretend, and those people similar to what the sacred spiritual master teacher. I got to keep saying it that way. I said it that way specifically. Okay? Right. Because you got a lot of people still caught up on him being their master and him being their savior and him being their everything. Right? And that really wasn't really what he really came to do. He came to help bring out the best in all of us. So we would join in and help him with this, process of us becoming ourselves again and, make us fit for Operation Takeover, which should have been done. We should have done this a long time ago. You get what I'm saying? Those of us, when I say bring out the best of us, this silliness that's been going on with us as original people on this planet, the first ones here, right? You got a lot of straight up warriors, and this is a message I'm going to be delivering a little bit later on. So this is real exclusive. I'm going to share right now. The straight up warriors, the ancestors, the people who came back to take advantage on these devils, be they black or white. You understand? That have put us in their damn servitude, right? And they got them stuck to the point where they're out here imploding on themselves or killing each other. These are the ones that were sitting here to help wipe this planet clean from these devils that's been shooting black men, black women, black children, and don't give a damn. So we got a generation that was fit into the world to handle that. But what are they doing? Right. They're imploding and pretty much all of that anger and all of that stuff that they experience, they're turning on themselves and each other. Okay? Right. So this is very important when we talk about direct contact and indirect contact. But now that direct contact has been made, this ain't no mystery. This ain't no game for a lot of people who want to keep playing games.
Is that
For a
right?
lot of
God,
people who want to be just stuck in books. I'm not saying okay. I love books. I'm a collector, right? But
right,
there has to be a time, and it's not now. There has to be a time where people start to become the book.
right.
You get what I'm saying? A lot of times this might seem weird, but I got to
right.
share it. I got to share it. I wanted to. I wanted to share this with the family on the Master's Way perspective, right? It's got to be a point. It's got to be a point when those of us is going to stand up and be ourselves, and it's not about positioning. It's not so much about title, taking on certain titles, but doing what we're supposed to do without having to be told what to do. That's slavery
Right.
again. That's slavery. I mean, look how, and you can call it, magically or whatever, that we have been brought together pretty much all over this planet, even on this phone call. Not now, but when we first started having our call in, the conference call in,
Mm-hmm.
at the gathering
Mm-hmm.
of the round table. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna get back to that. We're gonna start back.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hear you, Phenom. It definitely needs to happen. I'm glad that we're able to go live. But the good thing about it, I'm happy that you and Twin Spirit is using modern technology because, and just like Yahuel and Jill, this needs to be documented. So it's very important because those people who's going to get it live, it's not only for us, but for people who's going to get this later. They can be caught up in all kind of things. Whatever reason, they're not able to get it live. So this needs to be documented. And that's my pretty much introduction about what to expect. It's almost like an overview, almost like a teaser of what's about to happen in this particular bill right now.
Only talking with his chest.
I love you too,
Yeah.
Twin Spirit. What's going on? That's straight from the look. That's straight from the chest. Not even from the ether.
Lord.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yahuel and Jill. All I
Yo.
can say is when you were speaking directly, so that's direct contact right there. You talking about the seven thunders? Did you hear the thunder?
Word.
I know I heard it. I heard it.
Did y'all peep?
Eight,
I posted
9,
something
8, 9, 10, 11.
y'all well last year. I reposted it today. It was talking about the seven thunders. You can't make that up.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Shit, I'm on fallback. I really don't want to disconnect. That's why I stay connected. I need to write this. I already know I'm about to say something. I need to write this. That's why I stay connected because I don't want to be disconnected. You know what I'm saying? You know how you get disconnected from that which you are actually connected to, and you pull apart from that which you're connected to, and that's considered disconnected. That's a disconnection. You know what I'm saying? When there's a disconnection happening, you know what I'm saying? When you disconnect by way of disconnection. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? That's the Michael and Christ. That's the MC. When a motherfucker really
Yeah, McCool said something. Malachi didn't.
Tawat, but they in the WAP, what they saying? Tawat. They say Tawat. Thank you. Tawat. Thank you. Now I'm saying for the information. I mean, shit. I know I can't go against what's blatant to me. I just gotta remain on that stance.
You said you don't want to be disconnected. Homie Bob got disconnected. It was crazy when you said you didn't want to get disconnected, but Homie got disconnected. He'll be back.
Yeah.
Because he don't want to be disconnected. Malachi didn't introduce himself and you didn't either.
All right.
That's kind of deck. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool deck. Yeah, cool deck.
Yo, what's up?
You already know.
Yeah, I checked in.
Deck. Yeah. They just play games. They better stop playing games. I'm gonna go to booth on them. When I get in the booth on them, I'll be in booth for them while they playing games while I'm in the booth for them. They in the booth playing games while I'm in the booth for them. I'll be in the booth while they in the booth playing games. I'm in the booth for them while they playing games in the booth. I'm on the booth in the game. Right? I'm saying like playing games in the booth for them. What? Listen, they come on. They don't even know. I go in there in the booth for them. They had stairs available. While they were staring at the stairs while they was walking up the stairs that was available. You know what I'm saying? Get ready to be real different. Watch the weather. It's fucked up. It's real fucked up. It's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? I actually cried. Facts. I actually cried. Tamu actually cried. You know what I'm saying? Her and she cried a different day than I cried. But we both cried. We both cried. We was like, oh shit. Like, that's really gonna happen? Because it's fucked up. Motherfucker talking nation building and all that shit. You building what nation? You know what I'm saying? What's coming down is not for nation building. This is coming down for destruction. We don't deal with building. We deal with destruction. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a... You know what I mean? What's being built? Like, we come and destroy what they thought they built. Motherfuckers trying to speak up to the Most High. How you gonna speak up to the Most High when you can't even recognize the signs? I just shared something that came from El Raul, I know. I just shared that. And you go get and you don't acknowledge that? What? Fuck out of here. Not having.
But see, that's a point. That's a point right there, a major point.
That's
because the days of trying to convince anyone of anything, I mean, that's so in the past. It's almost like the old VCR tapes back then. Right. You understand? You either you get it or you don't.
Or you
understand?
Right.
Either you get that direct contact, be it through the sacred spiritual master teacher, or you get that direct contact through all in all. Because that's what it's all. It was never ever just about
all in all.
It was never ever supposed to have been just about the sacred spiritual master teacher.
Right. Begin all thinkings. When we got on the phone, what did I say? That's what came through me. Begin all thinkings and actions by way of what? Not the all, but the mind. The all exists in the mind. The mind is not in the all is in the mind. The mind thinks about the all.
That's right.
Everything, that's the mind doing that.
That's right. And that direct contact, that direct contact that's happening in each one of us individually is happening in couples. Look at my brother-in-law, the phenom. You understand? And my twin spirit. You understand? It's happening in couples. You understand? Me and my wife. Yahoo El and Jill, him and his family. You get what I'm saying? Family. It's happening the way that it's supposed to happen. Why? And here's something else I want to share right too. You got a lot of people who work their way in all kind of, prestigious positions, right? And you got people who fought to get that direct contact. You got people who's connected by blood, don't have that direct contact. And I'm talking about spiritual contact. You get what I'm saying? Like I was trying to say, I didn't, want to share his name, but hopefully I'm gonna see if I can get him on tonight too. And I was talking about my brother,
you saying,
PB Smalley. He made contact with this person, and if I'm lying by way of him. You get what I'm saying? He did. In the interview with me and Twin Spirit on the Perfect Harmony, right?
He was wondering why he was being contacted by him. He's like, I don't even know.
Yeah,
and he never met him. He said, all of a sudden I get contacted and I'm dealing with what he's telling me. I come face to face with the troubles that come with being in contact. And now they want to cut me off because I don't want to conform to the contract. Tell my soul, no, I don't do that. But
that's crazy because all y'all was in my motherfucking dream.
Look, Elijah, you can't make it up. You can't. How you say you can't make this shit up.
No, you can't. No, you can't, twin. You know
that. Make this shit up.
I'm not looking for nothing, right? I'm not. In my head, it might sound crazy to some people. Who give a fuck? And this song, just listen to the words though. I didn't even listen to the words though. This song, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all got me? All right.
You can't hear it all the way clearly.
What you say?
You can't hear it all the way clearly.
All right, hold on. Bring it down. Is it too loud? Or it's too far away?
Nah, I can't tell. You just can't hear it all the way too clearly.
All right. Oh, tell me if that's better. It's better. Is that better?
Keep going in and out.
Is that better?
Keep going in and out.
She was saying it's better now.
The sound.
Yeah, it keep going in. Yeah, it keep going in and out.
She couldn't go.
Read the Proverbs that came with it. I didn't even know this was on there, but it's a message. It says, speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute. Speak up and judge fairly. Defend the rights of the poor and needy. Proverbs. What? Proverbs what?
Hey, Twin Spirit. Hey, who sung that song?
Taking, I know the words that came in my head was taking it to the streets. So it's the Doobie Brothers.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was that. And first I was going to say James Ingram, and that's actually, I think they kind of bit his style. And I had an opportunity of meeting him on Tamaray. That's besides the point.
Or they use the music quality. Yeah, using the music fiber to express that. Yeah.
Yeah, they actually did songs together. James Ingram and the Doobie Brothers. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
But that he said in the song, hold on. He said, "You don't know me, but I'm your brother." turn.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't blind. I don't like what I see.
That's the
I ain't
ones
blind.
that's the one. Yeah, right. That's the ones that pick up.
And I don't like what I see.
Mm-hmm. The ones that pick up on the transmission.
What I think I see. Yeah.
You said what I think.
Motherfuckers,
You sound like it.
yeah, motherfuckers playing with that paperwork when it's coming through the music.
Right. And I
You
was
know what
going
I'm
to say,
saying? They playing with that paperwork and it's coming through the music.
No, I wasn't going to read. I just wanted them to hear certain words. Yeah, no more need for running.
we taking it
Mm-hmm.
Or we taking it to the street.
and that's us.
Take it to the street, exactly. Take it to the street, exactly. No need for running. Like when you hear these thunders and all that shit and da. Like this is what it is. Like we not like come on. If when we get to it, this how I am inside my being wholeheartedly. God's what takes place is gonna happen. That's how it's gonna be, straight and down. That's how I hold fast to that shit. How it's gonna be is gonna how that's how the fuck it's gonna be. Point blank simple. You know what I'm saying? Wholeheartedly. When this thing here get ready, because motherfuckers have to see.
Yes.
Motherfuckers have to see. You know what I'm saying? You had a motherfucker that came through in the first half hour that said, what? All eyes shall behold. All eyes shall behold. That wasn't just said just to be said as a metaphor. That shit was meant. When the nigga said, yo, all eyes shall behold, he wasn't just saying, yo, metaphorically, all eyes shall behold and will be this way and that. No, he was telling niggas like, what you think? All eyes shall behold. You think this ain't real? Okay, gotcha. Now you're gonna see all these different things taking place, all these different things happening, all these different things transpire. Come on, we get ready to be in the month office. This coming out of my motherfucking veins. We get ready to be in the month of August. In the month of August, motherfuckers ain't seen no tropical storms, hurricanes, tornadoes, and shit like that. It's been happening throughout the planet. It's been happening, but on the East Coast, here on the East Coast, motherfuckers ain't been seeing any significant storm systems that's been taking place. There's significant storm systems that's getting ready to start taking place. I don't know where the fuck they thought they was at in the mind. We could be God, just please don't have us that way. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, we don't need to be in that way. Feel me? Because when the motherfucker go off, motherfucker gonna be where they be. Know what they know. That's all it's gonna be. If they don't know what they know, when motherfuckers gonna have to be on that frequency. Those of us, when it boils down to it, I get flying fuck about somebody I call on the phone. You know what I'm saying? I call a motherfucker on the phone. We get on the motherfucking phone. We can talk. You know what I'm saying? And die. We on the phone and die. Come on. But if shit was to literally go off for some time, you know what I mean? What is it? What is it? You know what I'm saying? What is it? Motherfucker, Dr. Malachi York. This is Dr. Malachi York. Dr. Malachi York talking about when the power go off. That's what Dr. Malachi York talking about. Oh, yeah, I want this religious shit. Here you go. He give you the he give you all that. Hit. You want it? Here you go. Meanwhile, when this happens, what are you going to do? Are you going to be able to transform into a God? When there's a God situation, when there's a 9/11, when there's a 11/9, what are you going to do? Feel me? Fuck with Dr. Malachi York. I'm talking about Dr. Malachi York. Fuck all the leaders, and no disrespect. Yet, fuck all the leaders that came through prior. I'm talking about Dr. Malachi York. When you fucking with that frequency there, you're fucking with something different. Dr. Malachi York was giving us some extraterrestrial shit. He was giving some ET shit. Motherfuckers just deal with culture and nations and get the fuck out of here with all that shit. You talking about an ET? You talking about a motherfucking extraterrestrial that came in? You talking about something that was extra that came in here and the terrestrial plane with something extra. This is an extra being. This is an extra terrestrial being that came in.
Ah, shit.
Oh shit.
This terrestrial plane. This terrestrial plane. No motherfucking paperwork. We only know paperwork.
Paperwork.
Motherfucking paperwork. We the fireballs.
Paperwork. They're gonna get this work.
Get this work.
Yeah. Y'all up?
Hmm.
Can I add on real quick, or you still got something in there that gotta come out?
Nah, I hear you. Go ahead.
All right. Because yeah, it's tied into what you're saying. Because this is what I had wanted to say. You know, they don't want to see what they think they. You know what I mean? Think they hear or they think they see. Like you could, we could listen to everything you got to say, but you can't listen to us when we take it to an esoteric plane. And what I mean by that is, you know, motherfuckers ain't got a right to say no to us. We got a right to say, what we say is on a higher superseding level. See, you can't supersede that level and denounce it to a level of nation building. You can't put nation building over that. Nation building could be a part of the esoteric play or plan, because obviously, yeah, we know a lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna be able to turn shit on when it's time when the shit pops. Shit off, or shit will get turned off for them.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they'll be forced to have to still deal with nation land, things that power generators, food. You know what I mean? But for those of us that are here to do this job, because when motherfuckers keep leaving out, right, when they say they want to deal with the old teachers or the new teachers, they keep leaving out the spirituality of the thing. They keep leaving out the mental plane of the thing, the astral plane of the thing.
Astral plane.
Keep the force of the thing. Right, because they're not in.
Leave out the astral. Right.
Opposition to it because they're not experiencing it. So therefore, they don't want to talk about it.
Right.
And they don't want to discourage other people.
That's amongst them. Or
this is the people, he said everybody, not just specific people. He said they all had a son in them. Right?
Yeah.
So it's for everybody to talk about it.
And that's ill because etymologically, if that's even a word, we're gonna make it a word, and phonetically, that's what happens. Because it's only gonna make sense to those when it's happening. It's not gonna make sense to everybody. Everybody is even a tone reference.
Right. But you can't sit here and tell us, oh, whoa. That's not for us, or that's not.
That's that exactly. Ho. That's Santa Claus.
Yeah.
That's Santa Claus. Ho. You know what I'm saying? Ho. Come down the pipe. Yo, I got it for you. This is what it is.
The kids over. Nah, you can't do that.
All right.
Can't hold us. Okay. Ho around this motherfucker. Because we made up the ho. Or we're considered, we're what is considered the ho that became a mystery or a story or a fantasy for motherfuckers. Motherfuckers took stories of the ancient or the old ones or the star beings on the stars, the sunbeams, and made their own fallacy stories, Alice in Wonderland and all these other shits. But all these shits tie into the astral plane or astral physics or the mental plane.
In which these motherfuckers come in contact with.
Right. So you can't shoot us. We do the fucking shooting. But this is not a shoot or coming at anyone. It's just that don't try to enforce or come out with some shit that okay, yeah, sounds good, all could be well, but still, what about X, Y, Z? Oh, no, we not gonna deal with that. You fucked up. because you're gonna have to deal with that regardless.
Like X, Y, and Z or the
Because
ETs.
when that situation takes place, like y'all well say, you'll be the one that's gonna be asking the why, and the answers to the why is because you haven't done this process, or you haven't put yourself with this process, you haven't accepted this process, and that's a process that's gonna have to be accepted one way or other. To exist on this motherfucker still. You know what I mean? Because things are moving beyond the physical standpoint of the makeup. Things are moving beyond that. What are you going to do when the physical is released? Mm-hmm. And you still see a body, but you think it's physical, but it's not physical. It's a hologram. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's a hologram. It's whatever way you want to, whatever ether, it's all this and gases.
And the old man gave a perfect example. He was like, you know, in so many words, he was like, yo, when you see a motherfucker get popped in his head, motherfucker get shot in his head, and he laying there and he come out his body and he looking at himself on the ground dead. That's a disembodied soul. There's a lot of disembodied souls running around. A motherfucker, there's a lot of motherfuckers that was snatched out of their sleep. In the past 15 years, this thing here goes bananas. This shit gets apes. If the doc talking about we came from apes, this shit gets apes. This shit gets apes. Feel me? So many motherfuckers was snatched out of their body in the past 15 years. Don't even know it.
And they think they still alive. Motherfuckers think they still physically alive. There's a lot of people. We all walking around, motherfuckers think you looking at live people, but
exactly.
You know, you have to say dead people. You don't even know you're seeing dead people. The dead have risen along with the living.
Right.
For one day to stand still for it to take place. When it's taking place in your face.
In your face. In your face. No room for the space.
In your face, right there.
We'll have everything discussed all over the place. Everything will be over the place, discussed all over the place. It'll be over the place, discussed after everything was spread over the place. It'll be over the place after the discussion. After the discussion was, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be over the place. You know what I'm saying? It'll be over the motherfucking place when everything need to get in place. It'll be in place when it's arranged. It'll be arranged in place. It'll be in place after arrangement. Arrangement in place. That'll be things that are arranged. And come on, yo, we need some beats. We need some brr. And I can make beats. I can make beats too. That's the thing. I can make beats too. I can make beats. Motherfuckers never. We need some beats because we get ready to come into a time frame in the next 3.5 weeks. This is a fact. Mark my words. Mark my words. Mark my words. In the next 3.5 weeks. Mark my words. Shit is not for play. There's gonna be an understanding made understood. In the next 3.5 weeks, there's gonna be an understanding made understood. You know what I'm saying? So we get to the overstanding. So we get to the overstanding. You know what I'm saying? So we can make these motherfuckers overstood. They act like they overstand, but they never overstood. You know what I'm saying? They act like they overstand, but they never overstood. You know what I'm saying? We get ready to get to that in August, going into September, going into October. November is something devastating for the people. November.
You can't see that this summer is the most different summer that you've ever seen. Niggas don't even understand that. All you seen was rain this summer. And that was that's a little rain that done it. But you really ain't seen nothing this summer but summer. You ain't felt nothing but that fucking heat.
It's a different summer.
Like a lot of stuff that nature really happened on the grand scale. Weather-wise, and it should have been tropical storms. The way this weather been acting up the heat is, it should have been tornadoes. Way more than what you've been hearing. Things should have been taking a lot of things.
What?
So you
We get ready to go to August. We get ready to go to August. We get ready to go to August. Motherfuckers ain't had no tropical storms. Motherfuckers ain't had no tropical storms. Motherfuckers ain't have no hurricane system. Motherfuckers ain't have no extreme weather pattern. Yet there's certain areas or regions in the country that have been having these things go on in the past month and a half, give or take 2 months. You know what I'm saying? However, the devastation takes place when it comes to the East Coast. Motherfuckers never realize that the East Coast is the coast that's most lit, even though the West Coast is the coast that's most populated. The West Coast is the coast that's most populated. The coast that's most lit is the East Coast. East Coast is the most lit. You know what I'm saying? The lights get ready to go out in the East Coast. You fuck with Dr. Malachi Z, yo, we ain't going to no motherfucking building. We ain't going to no man. We not going, you know what I'm saying? We not doing none of that shit, because you going to have to be in, first thing and foremost, you're going to have to be in your own building. You're going to have to be in yourself regulating the situation that's taking place. Motherfuckers don't think this shit is real. And it has to happen. If you fuck with Pops, if you fuck with the old man, you know that this is the shit that the old man kicked. The old man kicked this shit. The old man kicked this funny shit happening. You know what I'm saying? Power go off, motherfucking fucking traveling by night, sleeping by day. This is the shit the old man spoke to the motherfuckers that had the feathers. You know what I'm saying? This feather, weather is feather. You know what I'm saying? We already know. The angels, we the angelic beings. We the ones incarnating now.
Right.
That's why the weather is taking place. You know what I'm saying? Weather is feather. Angelic beings, they say have feathers. You know what I'm saying? This is the weather. When angelic beings come in, there's the feathers.
Yeah, we were just talking to Chief Black Feather, right? AKA White Buffalo. And you know what I mean? We was just talking to that, the one that's claiming status right now for the Milwaukee Wars, or as far as what he's doing. And I ain't this ain't really a shoot at him, the Buffalo Soldier. You know what I mean? Because we gave him a chance to come on the show, and he said we had to come on his platform. He just wanted to do it and hang out. There's no real shootout because we had a good convo. The dude did get belligerent. He didn't act truly opposed or against what we were saying. He was coming from his standpoint of what he's dealing with, what he's working with. He kept it right. He said, "Shit, when y'all was doing it, you know, I was on my hood shit. I was on my, you know what I mean? I wanted to be. I wasn't about the knowledge. You know what I mean? And then he said when he picked it up, you know, touched him, and I can see it. I can see it. You know what I mean? I can see it. But don't oppose help that you need also, man. Like you don't. That means you put yourself in the box too. Same motherfucker you're talking about. You put yourself in the same box as them. You know what I mean? Because you alienating yourself in the people from what's truly taking place right now. Seem like what they're doing is so important. Oh, I'm setting up the Bitcoin system. Oh, I'm setting up the mining and the diamond and the gold. And oh, I'm setting up the land. I'm buying property. I'm farming. What are you doing? Oh, I'm writing books. What are you doing? You know,
the shit is spontaneous. When this shit happens, the shit is spontaneous. Shit happens. I'm saying you might have to hit me, be like, yo, son. I'm saying Malachi might have to hit me on something like, yo, son. You know what I'm saying? File might have to hit me on something like, yo, son. You know what I'm saying? Tamu might have to wake me up on some, yo, son. Shit is, you know what I'm saying? Hooney, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never, you know what I mean? That's the instance we in right now.
Yeah, let me finish what I was going to say then, bro.
coinciding what you was saying though, what you just said.
No, you was. But if I wanted to say something,
no, I ain't want to say nothing. But look, I was just sitting here. I'm telling you, it said type in. Because I don't know the name of books and stuff, you know, what book to refer to, whatever. So it said type in the master teacher, Dr. Malachi New York sayings. So it's this book, and it's the first question that says, who is Dr. Malachi New York? But then it's the next question is, he went into explaining who he was, like I am Yanun, Anunnaki, yada. You had proof of this, and this is the answer. The proof appears in my writings.
Right.
The names of people that never have been known in historical calculations, in calendar, in times, places that are so detailed that it could not have been fabricated.
Right.
For the people who sit around and think I have the power to fabricate all these things.
Right.
If I did, I would probably spend my time writing movies.
Right.
Raise lost souls.
Right.
Like he's telling you straight up, nigga, I could have been in Hollywood.
Right.
I was already singing.
Right.
I could have been the hottest producer ever.
Right.
Come out in whole class.
Next thing.
Come out in whole class, 3 a.m. Wait, everybody fuck up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga wake up 3 o'clock in the morning. Everybody get the fuck up.
And make these things up. There are distinct personalities of people or beings who have lived in the past or in other galaxies, interdimensional at this time called now.
All right.
And
who incarnated into me, and they relay their messages through me to you.
Yes, you.
That is what makes me different from most people. I'm not a religious man. I am just a teacher.
Right.
Okay.
I have been saying this for many years. Anything special as an individual. I'm saying that these powers come through me, and they are distinct beings. I'm saying it's many beings, not just Yanu. Because before that, he break down
the beings,
right?
yeah, they was distinct beings was channeling through.
And or who you would have called extraterrestrial, extraterrestrial.
Right.
And the extra meaning in addition to terra.
Right.
Of the earth, astral, right. Or of the part of the stars. This is where listen. All right, hold on. I am what you call an angelic being. He also saying, okay. An Elohim from the 8th planet called Risk, which has a one moon, Sheshki. The galaxy, 19th galaxy, called Ilium, originally referred to as heaven, known as Elysium in Greek, has 3 sons, Shamash, Utu, and Ruel. Exu.
Sure.
Which means a tri-solar system, 38 moons, and 19 planets. Each which its own number of moons. I have incarnated here form to act as human being for the sole purpose of saving the children of the Elohim, Anunnaki, the Banat, which is the same word as Bennett, the chosen 144,000. 2,000 years ago was chosen by the Most High, Anu, called Alien, which is Ali and both as which are names for Anu to bring the holy thing called Yahshua, Jesus, real name Tammuz, called Horus. So to the Banat, like also the Banat, will breed the savior of this time, this day and time. If they hold firm to the rope on your planet Earth, the planet is also referred to as Art, Arwat, He, Terra, or even Tiwat, and Tantu, meaning maiden of light. However, there. I think I was supposed to stop because it closed out. Hold on. Last 6 minutes. However, it was originally called Tiamat. Ayanun have come to save the children of the Elohim Anunnaki from being killed as you bring your planet near to what could be in total destruction.
Right. So destruction.
All right. Now, let me add something right quick.
Honey, that ties into you though.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that.
You got to speak because the Yahoo El Injil, ties into the
now
Huni Ba.
Right. Watch how in sync this is with what Twin Spirit just read with what I'm about to say right now. Okay, the last part, he said that he came to save the children, right? He said he came to save the children, right? The last part, he came to save the children. And what did these devils, be they black or white, accuse the sacred spiritual master teacher of? One of the most despicable things that will make anybody turn their nose or their attention or their mind or their hearts and souls away from the same being who said that's what he was here to do. They accused him of one of the most despicable crimes that you can ever imagine.
Yeah, the most advanced thing you could put on an advanced being, the most advanced thing you could put on an advanced being is that, because pedophile is PDF file in all actuality. Doc is the X files. That's the PDF. We're in the PDF files. The shit that we're talking is from the PDF files. Right.
So
they'll say that we fuck with somebody that's a pedophile.
Yeah, see that's what the slanderers. That's what the slanderers do. And no, thank you. I ain't gonna give these goddamn idiots no type of credit at all. No, thank you to the so-called disgruntled followers, because they're the ones who spearheading this. They're the ones who's pushing this. They're the ones who will spend their damn days and nights on talking about, and these are the people who claim they have walked with him X amount of years, or they worked with him on a case, or they this or they're that. They're the ones who's pushing this. You get what I'm saying? But let me get back to my point, because they get nothing over here. Okay? The main point, and whether you want, and I gotta go religious, so a lot of people will fully understand that. People say it's not about the scriptures, it's not about this and that. Okay? When you look at the book of Isaiah, chapter 53, it speaks about a lot of things that's happening to this extraordinary being. It says he will be hated and despised.
Right.
Okay? And whether love like I hate him, I have never seen, especially during my lifetime or any other lifetime, of someone that have came that has been so hated, especially by his own so-called people. I mean, from so-called other leaders who want to be in a certain position. Like I caught a snippet of Bobby Hammett the other night. I don't know when it was done, but I caught a snippet. And I'm like, well, why is it necessary for people that's, if you got your own organization and you moving, then do you. But why do it become necessary to tear him down and discredit the great works in which he did? This is why I do stuff that I do. And I'm thankful that I have a truth bearing that I can share with everybody. Like I did that little snippet this morning. You understand? Where where it says that's why I wrote more books than I did speeches. I love doing stuff like that because you got a lot of people.
Books than what? Say it again.
He said I wrote more books than I did speeches, or I gave speeches because I wanted you to take the book home. I think I tagged you in it. I don't know if you've seen it yet. But
I don't be on a thing. I don't be on a thing.
I got you. Well, I tagged you in it, so it's always there for to go back as a point of reference. And I do that because you got a lot of people that's coming in, be it old school or new school, and you got people who's caught up. They're caught up to the point where, you know, a lot of stuff that's being said, a lot of stuff that the sacred spiritual master teacher, he didn't say so himself, or I never seen it written on any of his books. But I do know there's some stuff that he taught individually and he taught us collectively. And that's, to me, that's the real miracle right there. Like I shared a couple of months back, you know, when we was on, I think it was Friday nights or Saturday night, when we was building, I said this one being, you say what you want to say about him, but he was able to reach us as individuals and collectively at the same time, not just over here in America, but pretty much the rest of the world. That's nothing shy of a miracle. That's nothing shy of a miracle.
That's a mental thing.
Yeah, but here's even what more, you know, what's even more important when we speak about direct contact, because he knew that a lot of the people, talking about the sacred spiritual master teacher, that he shared this information, and you got people that was looking. This is key what I'm about to say. You got people that was looking for any and every excuse not to become what they're supposed to be. Or some people may have became it, and all of a sudden they got scared of it and say, "Oh man, this is now." You know, I see it, I understand it, but they're gonna end up going back doing whatever they was doing, or become disgruntled, or some of these other things that they're doing.
Because if you have a Mikael, this is what motherfuckers leave out of the situation. If you have a Mikael, if you have that there, then it's only right that you have Yahshua. Motherfuckers disregard totally the Most High for one, for nature, and Yahshua for nothing. Motherfuckers don't even recognize Yahshua, let alone the Most High. Those of us that know that, I mean, obviously the Most High is the mental. Motherfuckers don't even identify with the mental or the mental. They don't even deal with that. They don't even deal with the Pahag. They don't even deal with that. Those are the actual facts. Now I'm saying what takes place in the mind. In all actuality, how could you have something that comes through and share the amount of what was shared in regards to the sharing, right? And we're at a state now to where we're completely confused. No, that's not the case. That's simply not the case. Now I'm saying, as far as what he wanted done, that's past tense feelings to me or a person like my motherfucker. So I know if you have something like that that's coming in, and this motherfucker is not just talking to us about religion, he's talking to us about different dynamics of life in general, period. Not just religion. Now I'm saying Imam Isa, when Imam Isa was talking religion, he wasn't just being religious. He was talking about life in general also, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? He was talking about shit that's just basic, simple. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at right now. The motherfucker think they gonna be at later on. That's why I asked, yo, the shit go off. I mean, come on. I speak about it so much because I don't want for it to go off. That's why I speak about it, motherfucker. I don't want for it to go off, even though I know it's gonna go off. Know what I'm saying? I know that's my Job description. My Job description is to, you know, follow suit. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers talking false things because they're saying that everything is going to be good, and that's not the case. We have to go through what we have to go through. Point blank simple. All of us, regardless of what degree that certain motherfuckers is going through, everybody is coming to a point to where they have to go through a particular thing. This is what it is. If they don't think so, they got a few more weeks.
And let me add on right quick, Yahoo Ellen Jill, what you just shared. Now, here's what you call, like I say, direct contact versus opposed to indirect contact. You got some people who went through whatever they went through, hell and beyond. That's something that we have been going through as individuals, families, couples, all kind of things, myself included, right? Now, here's what makes the difference now. You got some people, and we're going to talk about after, let's say after when things hit the fan, May 8th, 2002, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You got some of us, myself included, that experienced being homeless. You got, jobless, all kind of things happening with my, with my children and other family members and all kind of things, right? I mean, and I'm gonna give my little personal testimony right quick. From me having my license blocked for 5 years, to me, I mean, just the last 10 years have been nothing but pure hell for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But even through all of that, I never got up to the point where I disrespected the sacred spiritual master teacher, or I started, downplaying or shaming that, the stuff I went through as far as being connected to the teachings. Like I say, he was vital, very vital into helping me to become who and what I am today. And I would never, ever disrespect that or not be appreciative of his part in that. But look at the other side of the picture now. See, a lot of people who experience similar stuff that what I just shared, right? Now what they're doing, they're out in the streets and they're bad mouthing, I was homeless because of him. I was this because of him, or I went, I lost my job because of that. You see the difference? You see the difference? Now we both went through hell. Some may be, a little bit more, like I said, everybody's challenge is different, just like you just shared. Okay? But what do you do with it? So here's the key point I want to say. Life, as I like to call it, is a roller coaster ride. It's got its twists and turns, ups and downs. This is perfect harmony of sound therapy right here. All right, this is exclusive for the people who's listening, right?
Mm-hmm.
Life is a roller coaster ride. Don't get so caught up if it's up or down, if it's good or bad or any of that. That's the illusion. That's the illusion right there, right? But if you go through your experience, be it, as an individual or personally, or something happening with your family, you go through these things, not only for you, but to be able to help aid someone else. So here's another key point. We went through all of these sacred schools of thought, right? Let's take OM, for those people who made it to OM, right? One of the things that we learn, and we're supposed to vow, is to be there for our brother or sister, be it in the darkness or the light. Now, this is for you, Yahoo Ellen Jill, okay? When you say when the lights cut off, look at us right now. We got a nice little thing going here. We're family. We adopting into one another. We even international with Master Maku. You get what I'm saying? So bottom line is, when things do hit the fan, those who are my real family, my blood, and I don't have to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Y'all already know what I'm about to say. Those people who's my family, there's no question, there's no damn doubt. If something happened with one of y'all, they ain't no. I'm not the singing and dancing, the marching one. I'm not.
Right. This is right. This is the true gathering that's taking place, because motherfuckers talking about gathering and nation building. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, it's nation. That's the TI in the middle of I know. You know what I'm saying? Because nation is I know, because you have NA, which is an, which is another tone for I know, or an rather simply, and on, which is another tone for I know, a nation building. You know what I'm saying? This is an I know nation.
Perfect. That's exactly perfect. And since you mentioned tone, right? Since you mentioned tone, and people wonder why sound therapy became necessary, and perfect harmony of sound therapy became necessary. because it's all about the tones and it's all about the sound that people are gonna hear precisely,
Right.
inwardly, more inwardly than outwardly.
Right.
You understand?
Right. 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 Right.
And like I try to describe, I was able to feel, which is key. I was able to feel his presence, so I knew it was him. You understand? Because I've been in his presence many times. I've been in his presence many times, so I was able to feel. I didn't necessarily have to see him. I felt him before they took the blindfold off. Y'all hear me? Same thing I feel y'all. A lot of stuff that, Twin Spirit do it all the time. I mean, I'm not trying to put on the spot, but she do it all the time. You get what I'm saying? She pretty much can feel, and that's what I'm talking about, sound healing. Sound is key because sound is soul. We should get to a point. We should get to a point where we feel each other. We don't have to get to, see, here's what we got lost at. You knew when we lost it, when we got to a point where we had to pick up the devil's, one of his tools, and get on the phone. Oh, how you doing? You should be able to feel how your brother and sister's doing.
Well,
you should know how something. You should know something is not right. You understand? Without a phone call. You get what I'm saying? So this is what I'm talking about: direct contact versus indirect contact.
Right. Anti-destruction.
This is what separates the so-called follower, right? Versus the person who's not just trying to follow anyone, but becoming a part of this great solution that we're trying to offer people here.
That's why that's why I exemplify the true living Messiah. Because if you fuck with Dr. Malachi Z. York, then you fuck with the true living Messiah. Plain simple. Because the only one that I've ever known in my walks of life from the 70s that held fast to the true living Messiah was Dr. Malachi Z. York, Imam Isa. Imam Isa always held fast to the coming of Al-Mashiach.
Man, people talk about many different personalities.
Listen. The one in a sense, because we have that already. That's why we supposed to come in contact with it when we come in contact with it. Because it has to be. Because if a motherfucker, me personally, I can't deal with anyone that fucks with Doc and never fucks with Yahshua. How the fuck you fuck with Doc and don't fuck with Yahshua? Niggas talk about Doc more than they talk about Yahshua. How the fuck you talk about Doc that much and don't even speak about Yahshua? How the fuck do you deal with Yanun and don't deal with Sananda? How do you speak about Yanun but never speak about Sananda? How the fuck does that happen? How do you deal with Michael and don't deal with Yahshua? Because Yahshua is the one, or Jesus Christ is the one that sent Michael. The reason why motherfuckers have Michael is because of Jesus Christ, technically. So how the fuck motherfuckers don't deal with that, yet deal with that? They deal with Michael, but they never deal with what sent Michael. That's the thing.
And you know why? And
we live, right? We live. We live.
We live. But here's the reason why. Here's the reason why, though. This is key. No. It needed to be said. It needed to be tabled, as I like to say. It needed to be tabled. And here's the reason why a lot of them make that separation. Because if they admit to that, then they have to go right back to religion. And everything, and this is what the ignorant says. Everything in religion was just made up. It's a whole bunch of crap. And all kind of so-called people saying that. You understand? And not knowing, see, and this is key, and you mentioned Imam Isa, he always said truth is truth. He never said fact is fact.
Yeah, truth
is truth. He said truth is truth. And see, yeah, you did, and I heard you. Divine truth, divine truth, which is what we're sharing and what we're having now. You can experience divine truth on a personal basis. We experienced divine truth when that thunder started to sound before we went live. We can experience divine truth even reading a fictitious book. We can experience divine truth even watching a fictitious movie. You understand? We can even see divine truth in the scriptures, be it true or, as they say, fact or fiction. But we still can see the truth in it. You see, and this is what the so-called conscious community and why they fail miserably by trying to reach our people. It's because they want to come in and try to say that everything in religion was false. It was all made up. None of these people existed, so on and so forth. All that rhetoric, right? But they can't see any truth in it. I'm not saying people have to actually exist in order for them to say truth. I can read a lot of fictitious books. You understand? Novels. But I have found a lot of truth that are actually putting out there. So this is key. This is why a lot of the ancients told a lot of these stories in the form of mystery and mysticism, right? Where everything didn't necessarily have to be a fact to the point where you didn't actually have to be living at the same place, space, and time. But back to sound therapy again, back to sound. We can feel the truth. That's what divine truth is. We can feel it. We can feel it. We can feel it.
When something is said in a certain way, it traveled already from something that was already said.
That's right. The sound. That's right. The sound right there.
Sound. Yeah.
The sound doesn't have to make a noise. Body movements. Or you just know. Ain't nobody gotta tell you nothing. You just know.
Or in their voice.
Yeah, silence is the sound. The way somebody, creates a reaction.
Right.
And move differently.
Some of us are able to read the thoughts.
Or just your thoughts. You don't have to make it.
Twin Spirit, can I put you on the spot right quick? I'm only doing this out of love. Can I put you on the spot right quick? Or do you mind?
Yeah.
Okay, now you say sound, you don't all necessarily have to hear it. For some sound is silent, right?
Yeah.
What is it, or can you explain it, and how you were able to do that and hear sound, even though, let's say, even when I lost my voice that time? You feel me? So even though my voice is gone, right? I mean, literally, I couldn't say anything to the point if I say it out, I can only whisper, right? But you were able to tone into that, even though you didn't hear me the way that you hear me now asking you this question on the spot.
Everybody has their own signature. And everybody has their own signature way. So it's unique. Even a twin, even though they have the same, sometimes they can, that's why they have their own languages and stuff. They become, you ever heard of the twins having their own language that nobody else understands? That they came up with. So sometimes they can mask because they have the same vibration. But other than them, everybody has their own unique signature. So I don't need to hear you speak to know you okay. Like last night, L with the Freestyle Friday. He called us early, like, we gonna get on. But when he said it, like, I'm gonna get on Freestyle Friday, I knew it wasn't gonna happen.
Right.
I knew he wasn't gonna be on Freestyle Friday. Right. And I just rode a rave. I can't, I just knew. Yeah. Because I know his signature. When I speak to someone, I don't have to know them for a long time. They have a unique signature. See the forms that they make in their mind. If it's something picturesque, if they talk about this dress they saw in their mind, because I'm tapped into their signature, I can see the shape of the dress, the color. Sometimes it's flashes, depending on how, or they form the images in their mind that goes flash. So I might just see a color. So also that's where the higher sense is coming from, because that's the touch of their sound. Like, I'm seeing the touch of their sound and form. It's not just a touch. It's higher than a touch. Sometimes I can smell things when somebody, smell, like a remembrance of the smell. Or if it's a person with a family member or something, they'll give me a familiar smell. Or Like I'll smell a lemon pie, or it's a color. I don't know how I could taste the color. If it's white, if it's yellow, if it's purple, I can taste it, and I know that that taste is yellow. Just that I know that everyone's signature is unique, and I don't even know how I know that. But it's just when I can see. So when you were talking without your voice, I could see the pictures in your mind that you were making as you were talking.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. And that's why, I was trying to get there on when the other brother, Chief, you say Buffalo. Anyway, like I said, I'm still trying to get his name right. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But that's what I'm talking about. When it gets to that point, this is where the real teachings really came in at. It wasn't so much about gathering physically, even though there is going to come a time. This is for you, Yahuel and Jill. Yeah, it is going to come a time where what?
But I'm sorry, Mooney. I don't know if you heard the question that I asked him, but that was the point. Y'all kept talking, and I didn't want to, your thing out. But I asked him the question. So I am not a new IBM. I've been stuck, so I'll have to be that to be a part of this collective, to build, to raise the people. But I could talk about, and I know the same things you don't, and I didn't have to go through that. You understand? So if that's the like minds, 4,000. If you don't know that, then you're not that. You are what they talk about. What I read with the Psalms is like you're on rightly guided. Psalms 144. But you're not. You're leading. You're going to lead. The people, the blind ones.
I'm going to let you know how on point you are, and I'm going to use something that Imam Isa said back in the day. And he spoke about some people that was inside the gates of the community, from Bushwick, Brooklyn, through all the different communities, right? And then he spoke about some people that's not in the confinement of what used to be called the Ansarullah, a community back then, or the Nubian Islamic Hebrews, right? But they lived on the outside, or some of us that was raised on the outside, like me. I was raised on the outside. I wasn't raised on the inside of the confinement of the Ansarullah. You get what I'm saying? But it was important, and I'm not going to go into it right now, but it was important for some people like myself, like you, Twin Spirit. You understand? And many other people, like, you take the master sound therapist, P.B. Smalley, who didn't make contact with him physically, even though he wanted to. He read the books, right? But it's important for this day and time for the gathering, and this is exactly what's happening, because we're gathering all over the world, is for us to bring all this together. And this is what the devil can't stop. The devil, be it any color, it's beyond skin color, I'm talking about the nature, because they always can stop a movement, and this is what they did when the focal point, and this is key, have always been on one particular person. They did it with Dr. Martin Luther King. They did it with Malcolm X. They did it with even the sacred spiritual master teacher. But he never wanted that. But, coming out of religion, coming out of being enslaved, and coming out of so many different things that we have been for so many years, right? This is why he said, look, this time around, it's about all of us. I'm not saying he's the only one that ever said it, right? But I have heard him say that constantly. I don't hardly hear, and what's being spoke about now. I don't hardly hear that. I always hear it in the sense of a lower level, or you're always looking, up to him, to either put it in a book, or you're looking for him, not you per se. I'm just saying that the average listener and looker, or the people who's reading the books, be it old or new, they're always looking towards just him. And that's how easy it was for the devil, by any color, you understand, is to do what they did. It's because everybody concentrated on him. When his message from, as far back as Imam Isa all the way to Dr. Malachi Z. York, it's about all of us. No, you're going to help push this car up the hill. It's too difficult for any one person. You understand? So But you take 85 to 90% of the people who read the books, who was a part of the doctrine, who was involved in some way. Very few people took that initiative, that real initiative, and made that real system, like I was trying to describe. When you make that spiritual link, that spiritual umbilical cord from him to you, to you to him, I mean, that's that direct contact that I can't stress enough. And that's beyond a book. That's beyond any situation that we can be in. Because when things hit the fan or the lights go out, we know that we got, be it small or big, that we got family. We do have some form of resources. I'm down here in Nashville. You get what I'm saying? But I do know that I'm willing to share what I have and vice versa. That's the way it's supposed to be. But, you know, and I'm talking about as a whole, but a lot of people didn't get that point, you see. If people had really been serious about it, but that's in the past. But if we can be real serious about it, in which we are, because we are real serious about it, we've been building up to do what we're doing now. You get what I'm saying? And more people who are finally starting to get that sound therapy and perfect harmony of sound therapy is real. And back to you, Phenom, you said it best. when Twin Spirit played that song, I immediately thought of you. About taking it to the streets. That's one of the things I heard you say. Matter of fact, I think I heard you say it in the exact same words, man. Even though we was talking about, you know, possibly some straight up war with some of these, you know, dealers who either think that, you know, they're gonna stop us from doing what we're doing. You understand? You know, it is what it is. But I heard you talking about you, Phenom. I heard you say that it's something we got to do, man. You know, we got to do that. We got to do what we got to do because it's time. You understand? It's time for to help bring the best out of us as individuals because I needed you, talking about you, Phenom. I needed you, Twin Spirit, right? As well as Dahu Ellen Jill, as I call him, the soul of Anu, Master Maku, Malachi's disciple. I'll click, you know, the master, you know, life coach, you know, Terrence Howell. I needed that, even though I'm good enough on myself. But as an individual, I can only do but so much. But all that, you know, the ones I just named, all, and no disrespect, you know, to my wife and other people who I know, you know, like my sons and my daughters, and shout out to my daughter here. She's celebrating her 20th birthday. That's Todd Nias Ray Atun. Okay? Yeah, that's your niece. Yeah, that's your niece. You know, so she just turned 20. Now all of these, and people say, you know, a lot of people want to criticize, you know, me, did I make my story up or like I said earlier. Gone are the days. And if you didn't hear me either live and direct or hear it when you play it back. I'm not trying to convince anyone. I'm speaking to myself here. I'm not trying to convince anyone of things that took place, you know, pretty much my whole life, but I give people a point of reference if they want a point of reference about what happened to me. You understand? You know, I even give a certain date, June 13th, 1985. You get what I'm saying? And those people who watched me, who knew me before that time, to what happened after that particular night, my graduation night, by the way. You understand? To even what's happening now. I don't have time to convince people. I don't. Either people get it or they don't. Now, as a master sound therapist and as a businessman, I'm here to help separate the fact from fiction. I'm help to separate, you know, the bull crap, and the people who really want to stop talking about it, but turn around and want to work to do something about it. Talking is easy. That's the easy part. That's the most easy part about it. But when you take time to say, look, man, you know, with all the stuff that we face, and that's why I give thanks. I know I'm kind of going all over the place here, and I'm almost done. But that's why I give thanks to just the tenets of sound therapy, because it has finally started to work and get people on a pathway to healing and becoming themselves, because people was pretty much all over their place with all the doctrine, with all the different, you know, pathways and all the different things that we have went through as individuals, couples, families, and even as a nation, right? You still got people in 2017 still dealing with anger issues, male and female. You still got people who haven't properly healed. And Twin Spirit, you say this all the time. and you have said this a lot of the time, people are still caught up. And it's enough stuff, if you really, really watch and you listen to the way that the media put stuff out, it's enough to make you angry. You get what I'm saying? I'm thankful. Look, there is some brothers and sisters out here that's very sincere. Okay, whether they call it a Wooden Wop or whatever, I know their hearts are sincere. Whether they're reading the new doctrines or they, whatever, that's up to them. That's an individual thing right there. And I have said it before. It shouldn't be to the point where we can, continue debating back and forth on if it's fact or fiction. If it's true, it's going to be divine truth. If it's you're able to read it, absorb it, become it, and it help raise you and other people around you, then so be it. Be it old or new. I'm not going to get caught up into that. I'm not. And this is what I was trying to say, as far as, with direct contact. You got some of us who's more attached to the sacred spiritual master teacher on a physical level. Love his books, old or new. Love his tone of voice, old or new. You understand? Love the different things that he talked about and the things that he was about, old or new, right? But a lot of people haven't grew, and it's about growth. That's why I love our infomercials so much, because one of the things that I keep playing, I love all of them. I'm talking about YouTube Spirit, the one that you did, right? But it's the one that you got that little animated, figure, but it's talking about growth.
Yeah.
Okay, it's about growing, and a lot of people haven't really healed because they stopped growing. They got to the point, I'm talking about even as individuals, it got to a point where they became, and even the great Don Nicoleon said it, best in one of the nights she was on, right? She was saying that a lot of times, people stop growing, stop thinking. You understand?
Healing is growing.
Huh?
Healing is growing.
Yes, it is.
It's one and the same. Go ahead for that. Yeah, healing is growing. That's all I want to say.
Even speaking on the dome, for her, healing is growing. But she recognizes. See, that's where, this is where you make a distinction or how you differentiate, you know what I mean, certain people in classes, because I can say for her, I see her growth, I see her pain, I see her healing. She don't call her family, like she put her family out, she put her daughter's business on Front Street. Who does that for weeks? Like she ain't got no holds bars on nobody. If she feel you in it, at an order or at a whack, she on your shit. She in your shit. She telling you about yourself. But for her to take her hat off to us and acknowledge us and respect us and tune into our show, even come on our show, have open house for her show for us and my wife and whoever that wants to come on her show. Like I could call her personally and kick it with her if I want to. She'll make time out to do that. So if I get a person in your status, the way you say you see things, I think this goes to White Buffalo. With White Buffalo, because how can you not recognize and see it in us? You feel me? How can you not connect with that tone, that frequency, that vibration? How could you not be in tune with that? And that goes all the way back to how this little part of this section of the session came about, because I was speaking on what was about to take place what's taking place right now. And I was talking about, I was about to get into the connection part of people being able to perceive and acknowledge that the master teacher, he said he's not the only master teacher. And he said there were many masters. And he said that there was masters that came with him. He said there was masters that incarnated at the same time he incarnated. For some to come after him. Also, Now, when you read what she just read, there's your proof of burden to say that he not say that we be here because he said we here. So who do you think the masses are that are guiding his pen? See, when people get in, because I was talking about motherfuckers talking about their works. Oh, I'm doing such and such. I got this going. I got that going. What you got going? What you doing while you over there on your show? I got people saying, yo, you wasting your time. You, first of all, you doing my work. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You doing my work. The work that you reading or you read to get to where you're at is my work. I put my work in. I'm coming back in to be overstood and stand on what I taught. And I said it. So this is where we get into the point of people acknowledging other masses and other incarnations and other beings and entities that are part of the process, that are in the process, that's doing the process, that's making this process happen. You want to fixate it to just him, the one entity. Dr. Malachi, yo.
That's why I don't want to teach from the other books. The other books.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I don't have to bring him in. If I start building, if I bring him into the equation, bet I'm gonna bring proof of bearing of anything that I said, because he's speaking my language. He's speaking my frequency. He's speaking my tone. Feel me? His job was to wake up those that was asleep or at rest or was put into a rest, a slight coma.
Take out the bowl, the knife, you know, the onion. All that is on the table already.
Yeah, take out the knife,
potato,
the onion, in the bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I caught that. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Because the knife.
Right. That's how it has to happen. That's how it has to happen. That's how it has to happen. That's how it has to happen.
Hey, I want to born a thought. I want to born a thought. I want to born a thought right quick. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
So
did he say born a thought?
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, he said born a thought.
That's why I was in the Pony.
Taking it back to peace, I forgot it actually. But you know what I mean? That ties into everything else, because everything you said tied to the entities, to the morning stars, to those stars.
Right, because the Stride is the Messiah. Let's say like it's what it boils down to. But it fuck the Dr. Bakazi York shit. That I'm saying this is what it boils down to, because look, when the shit go off, we gonna have to follow that star.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be that bright light in the sky where motherfuckers gonna have to identify with. When you fuck with Dr. Malachi York, you fuck with that bright light in the sky. Fuck is these niggas talking about?
The ever-living one.
The ever-living one. Know what I'm saying? This I got it. Know what I'm saying? Even those that were wise followed the true star. You know what I'm saying? Those that was wise followed the true star. You know what I'm saying? That was the mother crab. The mother crab is on deck. You know what I'm saying? You fuck with Dr. Malachi York, you fuck with mother crabs, you fuck with UFOs, you fuck with spaceships and shit like that.
That's right.
We don't do religion, all that shit. That shit is I mean, we could go there if you want to fuck with the whole, you know, if you want to do the Jesus shit, then we could bring the Jesus shit to you to where have you fucked up there dealing with the Jesus shit, not even realizing what it is that we bring to you on this Jesus shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have you fucked up there.
That's right. But you know
what I'm saying? This thing here is serious.
And that's what it be. We be fucking motherfuckers up. They be like, yo,
I like the way the soul of the new, Yahoo Ellen Jill keeps saying you fuck with Dr. Malachi Z. York. So this is real what I'm about to say. This is real what I'm about to say.
Because if you don't fuck with Doc, we on some Doc shit. Over
But
here,
see,
we on some Doc shit. All
okay,
that shit. Hold on, this for the record. Being that we
all right.
live, being that we motherfucking live, this for the record. We fuck with Dr. Malachi Z. York. Point blank simple. You know what I'm saying? So if a motherfucker come up and they pay attention, they listen, and they die, whatever they do with it, yes, truly, we fuck with Dr. Malachi Z. York. We know that Dr. Malachi Z. York is not in a predicament that they're claiming that he's in a predicament in order for them to present themselves as gods or deities to us. To a deity to us, that's only considered a dead ET or a dead extraterrestrial.
Facts.
You're not
But
God.
see, there you go. That's the fact. That's the fact
as a
right
dead
there.
ET, as a dead ET.
But
If you want to be stuck, in the projects because you call them pyramids, the conscious motherfuckers call them the new projects. The pyramids. They like, oh, over here. We gonna go to Africa. We gonna build some
Oh, I
pyramids.
think he dropped off.
We gonna do this, that, and third. Brrr. You hear me? You hear me? You hear me? When they talking about they gonna go somewhere and build some new buildings and all that shit, they gonna build some pyramids. They talking about the projects. They talking about building more projects.
Right.
We not into the projects, but we into the telepathic projection.
Okay, now here's from the master's way perspective. Look at that pyramid. Go in the mirror. Not you. I know we know this. I'm about to say, but the on listener, right? Then the pyramids in Giza. Look at the pyramids that's sitting right smack square right there underneath those two windows. Look at the pyramid that most people call their nostril, and I got a big one. I got a big nose.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
That's the pyramid I'm talking about. Right?
Right.
That's the real mirror. That's the real mirror right there.
The breath, because the extraterrestrials, the ETs, if you fuck with Doc, exactly. If you fuck with Doc, if you fuck with DOC, this shit coming from because only a motherfucker that's in DOC in Department of Corrections, only a motherfucker that's locked up, only a motherfucker that's gonna be in confines of a tight situation is gonna think of shit like this. It's when a motherfucker need to inhale, exhale. When a motherfucker finally like, yo, I need to apply this now. If you locked up, especially if you in a motherfucking cell by yourself, a motherfucker finally apply that. You like, yo, I need to inhale, exhale. When you inhale, exhale, what happens? What takes place?
There you go.
Motherfucker simply don't realize that all they have to do is inhale, exhale. That was something that was given. That was something that was shared with us. Those of us. That was something that was shared. Wait.
Michael Myers.
That's Allah.
That's that anti-rule right there.
Michael Myers, exactly. Michael Myers. That's Allah. Allah. Oh, E low. The L, that's what forms in a person's diaphragm on their chest. That's what forms is a L. E low.
That's that Sufi. That's that Sufi right there.
E low. They don't understand this.
Pure Sufi.
This Sufi, the Sons of the Green Light.
Yes, Lord. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Motherfuckers, Sons of the Green Light. We Sons of the Green Light. All that shit, that shit ain't about nothing. For real. When it comes to the sons and daughters of the Green Light, or the daughters and the sons of the Green Light.
It's the sons, the S-U-N.
Hey, let me ask this question since we talk about direct contact. Now I got a photo. I know a beautiful sister. I'm gonna keep her name out of respect for privacy, and she showed it. You understand? There has been a green light that's wrapped right around me, and that almost this same symbol has showed up. Matter of fact, it even showed up in one of my wife's pictures. The same exact. It's almost like a almost like a winter green type of tone, not just the olive tone or the light tone and stuff like that, but it's the same tone that can be seen in my photo. It's seen in my wife's photo. It's seen in this other sister's photo. I mean, how many times do this
Yeah,
extraordinary being
that's what we was
have to show
talking
himself?
about. That's what
Yeah.
we was talking about in the hangouts. Fatima probably go more. She go more extensive with it. But that's what we
Yes.
talking about when I expressed that in the hangouts. As far as the El Qadir or the Yanun, old light, because the old light that's your prior frequency that you're vibrating on is old light. That's the Yanun, the Yanun. No one can take me from that. No one can
Yeah.
take me from that. I know what that is. I know how to materialize Yanun. Yanun. I mean. That's what the motherfuckers listening.
That's right. That's right.
That's what the motherfuckers listening.
Man, I heard the I,
It was the simple things.
and that's what a
Yeah,
lot of
when
people didn't catch. See, right there, right there is what a lot of people didn't catch. They always wanted the complex, but the simple truth is the divine truth. It's right there. It's everywhere.
right,
And once not us, because we're at that level. We already tapped in. But far as the on listening, once you tap in, this is for you, the on listening. Once you fully tap in, you're not going to waste your time on people debating back and forth over old versus new, fact versus fiction, this versus that, and not even about the sacred spiritual master teacher, because you will start to, and I know people that can do that. They can speak about his life story. They can speak about how he did this and all kind of things. But like my brother, my family member, master sound therapist, P.V. Smalley, he said one of the hardest books to read is your own book.
your own
Now
book.
this is 20.
Right,
This is
right,
2017, almost 2018.
right. Because it's
How
going
many
to be
people?
right,
And I've been on record for years.
right,
Lost Book of
right,
Huni, I've been on record for years. It's
right,
there, and I even dropped certain things
right,
on Facebook.
right.
Right? Not
Likewise,
just for
because
the
you're gonna have right, you're gonna have to come in
not just for that
contact
purpose.
with you.
Yes, yes, I have to.
You're gonna have to come in contact with you. When you get with Melchizedek, it'll be you and Melchizedek. It'll be you and Melchizedek when you come and get with you. It'll be you with you while you with Melchizedek, but it'll be you and Melchizedek when you come and get with you. You know what I'm saying? Like Melchizedek will be with you at the docks. It'll be Doc at the dock with Melchizedek and you. It'll be
That's
you, Doc, and Melchizedek at the docks when you come in contact with you.
that's
When you
it.
come, you know what I'm saying? You come in contact with you. You be in contact with you at the docks when you come in contact with Melchizedek. It'll be you, Melchizedek, and you at or make contact at the docks. That shit is crazy.
It
Yo, I
is.
wish I could have wrote. I
It
wish I
is.
could have. Yo,
But you
they
just did it. I mean,
shit. They
that's
they
divine
they want to
truth.
make
That's divine
millions. I
truth
got
right
write
there.
some. I got write some shit, and I got the dope beat.
You got that.
Yeah, I got the
Ah,
dope beat. I got some
hey,
shit that make them man.
that's that divine truth
Mhm.
I'm talking about right there.
Yeah,
That a lot of people don't catch.
yeah,
Like I say, and it's
yeah.
sad. A
That's
matter
the
of fact,
sound therapy. That's the sound
it's
therapy.
sad.
That's the sound therapy. You Fatima, when you Fatima was doing the whole sound therapy, you know what I'm saying? That's what that is. You know what
Man,
I'm saying? Because they
and
gonna catch sound therapy.
that's
Who they
why.
think they gonna hear sound therapy from? Yahuel. Yahuel's gonna give them the sound therapy. Where they
Yes,
gonna get sound therapy from?
yes,
You know what I'm saying?
yes.
I pay attention to.
Wow.
Even when sound therapy didn't realize I was paying attention. Sound therapy.
Hey, and you know what? In healing, and let's even, we shared this many times on our previous episodes. Sound therapy 101 and 102, and
True.
giving out the four tenets of sound therapy that we did on our show, Perfect Harmony of sound therapy, right? The
Hmm.
real healing has already been there. And this is listen up,
Right.
listening audience. That the ancient ones, from the past, the ones of our present, have hid so many jewels inside the music because they knew it was going to come a time when music was going to be corrupt. They hid divine truth in so many ways, in the form of mystery, in the form of different sculptures, in the form of different stories, even in the form of spiritual books for the people who need it that way. You understand? Divine truth is even in the life when people stop concentrating on the life of everyone else. This is the key point right now. This is what religion has did. Not in a bad way. I'm not trying to badmouth it. But here's what made people end up criticizing it. Is because religion only concentrated on one particular person. And then you got the new school, the so-called conscious, concentrate on one particular person. You understand? And by doing that, that takes away from the glory of all of us in all.
Who's
because
that
we
person?
came as a whole. We came as a whole. We came as a whole. Each one of us is very vital in not only what's happening to me in my life, but it's also
No
happening
doubt.
into the lives of the people around me.
No
That's
doubt.
like when I hear your tone talking about you, I saw your writing talking about you, Yahuel and Jill. Soul of the New, as I call you. I saw your writing for years. I saw your writing for years. You feel me? But when I heard your tone for the first time, it was a perfect match. You talking about perfect harmony. It was a perfect match with the things in which you wrote for years. You feel me? So, man, you know, I'm happy. I'm happy. Matter of fact, I'm elated. And I'm thankful that not only am I doing my part, but I know Twin Spirit, you know, the Master Sound Healer. And I like I say, I can't really put in, I'm not trying to put in a box. I love her too much to put in a box. You understand? But I know that all that she is to me and all that she is with my brother-in-law, the Phenom, and all that she means to us, you know, in our family, in our business, you know, and as well as all of us. I can go on and on about my brother-in-law, the Phenom. I mean, you know, like I say, just one of his many titles of being a CEO in his rightful position as being an organizer and equalizer. I mean, so many things. You feel me? I'm just getting to know Master Makul, but like I say, I heard you for the first time, I mean, maybe a couple of months ago when we gathered. I think either when we had the old call in, I don't know if you called in or it might have been live for the first time. Bottom line is, as well as Malachi's disciple, you know, and the other people I named, like the master coach, you know, the master life coach, Terrence Howard. I keep saying that is because we got a close knit thing going on. And we got many people who's not only waking up and becoming what they're supposed to become, but the next step, which is vital, and this is key, the next step is to take that and don't be so big-chested with it. Don't be so selfish with it and be willing to share it. You understand?
Right.
Because I know the key, and this is the key point. This is the master key, what I'm about to say here. There's certain things in each one of us that's on live and direct right now. There's certain things that y'all have that's going to be vital to help bringing something else out of me as an individual, as well as out of all of us who's listening, as well as some of the people who's going to tune in later. Right. You understand? Each one of us is a vital piece of the puzzle of our life. And all we have to do is take those pieces and put it together. Like I spoke about those warriors earlier that's out in the streets killing each other. You understand? They were sent in the world. These are some ancestors that might have got hung or dragged or stabbed or lost their life. Y'all are back now. And what are y'all doing? Right. That's their implosion, because the devil knew that they had to get people in place and out of their way and confined to different projects, and they're confined to poverty and confined to being homeless and confined.
And that ties in,
you know,
that ties in with being careful who you call upon. Because when you call upon certain motherfuckers, you don't know who you call upon. So if motherfuckers say, yo, this is me, I'm this is what I am. Yeah, I go by that. Who you calling upon? Know what I'm saying? Are you calling upon the uncle that sits on the stoop? But the uncle that sits on the stoop is a funny style ass nigga that sits on the stoop. Know what I'm saying? Are you calling on a funny style uncle that sits? Just because he got a dope name don't mean that, know what I'm saying, he's beneficial to the situation. Know what I'm saying?
Might be malevolent.
I'm calling on you. Like, yo, I'm calling Uncle blah blah blah. Fuck out of here. Nigga talk about Oh, she get the fuck out and call on who?
That's right.
I'm barely calling on the motherfuckers around me immediately, let alone calling them amongst a motherfucker that I don't even not feel me. That's the guitar strings with the piano chords when motion happens to take place. Know what I'm saying? When motion happens to take place, not emotion, but when motion happens to take place. Know what I'm saying? We live, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we live and direct. Hey, what's up with
Live and
Master McCool?
direct.
He kind of quiet. Is he all right? I mean, we we can't hear our international, master and brother and our family member not saying anything. Master McCool, let your voice be heard, fam.
Yo, respect, brother Hooney. Yeah. Nah, I just let you lot do your thing, man. Because really,
Cool's
it
that
needed
number
to be
round.
said. If it's transmitted through you, it's transmitted through you. We can't.
Word.
There's nothing we can do. We ain't gonna
Word.
interrupt transmission. So, but yeah, to back on the end of that is that at the end of the day, certain things have come to light in the past or in the future right now. The main thing I've been hollering is author and authorization. You get what I'm saying? Who endorsed these niggaru?
Right.
Yeah.
People are people are self-appointing themselves,
Right.
you know what I mean? And giving themselves title, which is all fair dues. If you can give me the right answer to the right question, who gave you the authority?
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying? I can give you the answer and say, oh yeah, by the force of Anu and the forces of nature or the Neteru or whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? But that's not what I'm hearing. What's the objective? Nation building or nation destroying? Gathering 144,000, or we doing that Daisy Age shit? 3 is the magic number. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That PM Dawn get thrown off stage shit. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We gotta be real with our brothers and
Get on
sisters.
the stage shit.
You know what I mean? As Brother Hooney said in the beginning, you better take your children out the room.
Right.
Because it's about to get hot in here. We on the mothership right now. We on the ethereal plane. And we ain't playing. You get me? This is Department of Corrections. And some people's status need to get corrected. Niggas trying to correct their status. In the time of what? Because when Thursday comes and the lights go out, what you gonna do? You want to be nation building, you want to be farming, you want to be doing Bitcoin, you want to be doing... I told y'all niggas, get the hell out of Dodge. Marcus Garvey told y'all niggas, get the hell out of Dodge. You want a nation build. No nation. Okay, we go to the United Nations. Can we see you? In 15 years. None of y'all can sort it out. This is why we say we're going to put the woman in place because, boy, the brothers are doing a disastrous job. And on top of it, they got us bickering and arguing and thinging. But it's not us bickering and arguing. We come to correct your status because we don't want to hear falsities and lies said in the name of the master teacher or Pa ya Bab ya Noon. And yo, this ain't a game.
That's right. Yeah, it's not shit. Not for play. That's why the woman got to come in.
Joking.
Wow.
They say many a true thing said in jest.
The mothership. It's not the fathership. It's the mothership.
It's the mothership.
Wow.
On some other shit.
On some other shit.
On some sister and brother shit.
Word. Wow.
Not no undercover shit. You know what I'm saying? Not no secret agent, blatant, flagrant.
Right. Wow. Yep. That's what it is.
With no
I bear witness. Shit. I bear witness to that. That sound reasonable. That sound mine.
So we don't mind people claiming titles. We don't mind even our brothers making new friendships. What disturbs me is when these things are being imposed on me.
Come on.
If I don't take monotonic gold, there's something wrong with me.
Right.
If I don't nation build and want unity amongst the Nuwapians and Nuwabians, there's something wrong with me.
Right.
But that's strange, because I've been here light jumping, changing my density. Do you get what I'm saying? For the past God knows how long. I've been sticking to the script. I ain't moved no fence.
Whoa.
I ain't following no guru. I ain't idol worshiping. I ain't following nobody. I am who I am. It is what it is. We are where we are. This is the facts. How we got together, well, some could say it's a miracle. Because there were stars in the sky for some. You know what I'm saying? The transition was snatched up overnight for others. Some were already there. Some had been in the vortex already. Now we got to listen to people who decide they want to be, they want to be chief. They want to be Maku.
Yeah.
Really?
Fuck out of here.
Who endorsed you? Offer and authorization, I say to anyone out there, our brothers and sisters, wake up. The mothership is here.
The phone. Mothership's on deck.
The mothership is here. We in the mothership. Whitey's out there. He got Nibiru watch. While y'all running some jokes and deciding you Hebrew Israelites, or you this, or you that, or you gonna build this, or you, yeah. They got more bases than sand. They're in the science of you. They studying you. And you studying them. And worshiping them and idolizing them. So, okay, let's get back to us. But us don't necessarily mean unity. There's disagreeables and agreeables amongst us. There's shaitans, there's Dajjal, there's jinns, there's Hindus, there's all sorts going on.
That's why I said everybody always wanted to be like, nothing wrong. Like when you say you're not anti, you gotta be, because it's Return of the Antichrist, right?
Facts.
You gotta be anti. How you not gonna be anti?
Gotta be anti. Gotta be anti.
You want balance.
Right.
You can't be balanced if you're not dealing with the anti-man. Period.
Gotta be dealing with the anti. Got to be. How the fuck are you not going to be dealing with the anti? Everything that's here right now is going against what you thought was. And then what motherfuckers be speaking about what they think is, ain't is, which make it ain't was. It ain't was or it ain't what you thought it was. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that.
Every species got more than one enemy.
Right. More than one enemy. Exactly. Right.
Enemy, adversary.
And species got more than one. Right. Got more than one fucking enemy.
Let me pose this right quick though. Let me share this right quick, and not to be combative, because like I said, this needs to be tabled. And y'all help me out with this. But by my perception, no other ethnic group that I have seen have amongst them the Negro and the Negaro, which is the people, when I'm talking about these particular beings, male or female, the Negro and the Negaro don't give a damn about themselves, don't want to give a damn about nothing. They the ones that would tear down any structure that's being built in the form of organization, any type of form of family, any type of form of anything. A Negaro and a Negro is a to me, he and she need to be dealt with quick, fast, and hurry, because ain't no saving the Negro and the Negaro. And no other race that I have seen, and when I speak about this particular person, and be it male or female, I don't see no one else in no ethnic group constantly spend their fucking days and nights tearing down people of our past, people of the present, even the people of the damn future. I don't see no other race does that. So y'all help me out with that, if you will. And this is not to be combative, Malachi's disciple. It's just, made me born that thought. I'm sorry. That was just, Dequan Shamela Law trying to channel back in. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, y'all excuse me. That's my attribute back in, you know, doing my travels. So he was trying to make, you know, he was trying to get back in here. But, you know, y'all help explain that to me while we having this particular bill. You know, I mean, I don't see it. I don't see it.
We're having this particular build because we're here now building. This is what motherfuckers is referencing. They referencing the last few days. They're referencing the last few days building or nation building, not realizing that we've been nation building. How the fuck you gonna come in contact with nation building or speak or make it a subject as in regards to nation building, not realizing that when you bring that or make that a subject, it becomes nation building. This is what we've been doing for the past 72 hours, 78 hours. This is what we've been doing, technically. If you really look back and think about it, this is what the fuck has been going on. We've been because a motherfucker talking about nation building. What nation you build? What
nation?
What nation? Like what on nay na? That's anu. Shun ti that's a ti on shun tion shun tion on is another tone for anu on. That's what they was doing in the Mystic Order. The own shit. The own.
I love it. That's right. That's the AEO right there. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So you got nation.
That's that netta right
exactly.
there. Yes.
That's. I mean, what are they really speaking about? You know what I'm saying? Those of us that's been on the call thus far, we're the ones that's coming in contact to solidify certain things right now because there was certain shit that needed to be solidified right now. That's why those of us that are on the call right now are on the call. You know what I'm saying? We had it solidified so we know how we could move forward, basically.
Okay, let me ask you.
That's what it boils down to, so we can solidify this thing.
So let me ask this right quick. How is it able, and of course I'm kind of singing to the choir, but I have to ask this because the on listeners don't fully understand. How is it that we can be as great as we are as individuals and couples and families, but we don't get so caught up to the point where, you know, I'm hating on you of your disabilities, and I'm talking about any one of us that's at the round table on this bill. I have nothing but divine love and respect for all that you bring to me as individuals and all that y'all help me, because talking about, you know, what we having tonight, our circle, it helped bring the best out of me. Stuff that I've been waiting. I have been waiting because I knew it was beyond all the fruitless debates and people just doing things just for money. People's heart really wasn't in it. I think Yahuwah and Jill said, or someone said, it's about saving souls. What happened to that? That was the real mission. You know, people stop, you know, caring about the souls and the well-being, and to the point where, like I say, we should be able to look in people's eyes and know that someone needs our help. We shouldn't just have to wait for someone to give us a call. You understand? Like, I'm hearing all kind of things like that, stuff that's going on with the family, things that's going on with the children, all kind of things like that. And this is one of the things I'm going to be addressing tonight. You know, I don't know if we're going to gather again tonight, but I got a special thing about an hour and a half that I'll be doing on We Will Aware You on the Damon Network. Remember that, Twin Spirit? You know,
yeah.
He was on as a special. Yeah, I'll be speaking, you know, because I try to do things in segments. Yeah, tonight. And this one is going to be personal, not just for my daughter's, you know, delivery date, but it's funny. It's because, you know, by me being in tune, I said, okay, now it's time to address this generation that the devil in his society or their society called Generation X, Generation Unknown, Generation Don't give a damn. You understand? Or Generation Next. To me, I know it's Generation Next with our children, my nieces, my nephews. We got people who I know that has been raised well. We got, you know, children who got real parents. Like I said, I have a daughter. I don't give a damn who she's with or where I'm at. That's not a time my daughter can't call me. I'm not the type of father that's gonna let something happen to my daughter and that person be dealt with. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
This is what I'm talking about. Real men manning up. And like I say, no disrespect, Twin, you know I love you. And I know that you rode with the best of them and us. You get what I'm saying? But here's the thing that gets me, that if it wasn't for you, and we did that segment, I think many times, if it, and a lot of brothers don't want to admit this, if it haven't been for feminine energy, females, our women, our mothers that stood up and sacrificed everything. Not only did they had to, endure all the pain and the hardships of seeing their men mutilated and children scattered and all about, they still had to keep that together. And a lot of us as men, you understand, either our spirits was broken. And this is why, and this is key what I'm about to say. People want to say, you can't speak on behalf of the sacred spiritual master teacher. Well, I'm going to speak on behalf of the sacred spiritual master teacher right quick. This is why he concentrated on men so much in the first part of the mission. It's because the average man, the average man, spirit, black man, black and Latino, original, spirit has been broken to the point where this society has worked constantly to separate us from our women, separate us from our children, separate us from our family. You understand? All kind of things. So this is why it became necessary to concentrate so much on getting the men together, not so much to work for somebody, right? But to work for yourself. But having said that, you got some people that became lazy to the point where they won't work at all. I'm not saying you have to go work for Caesar. You understand? Do whatever you have to do. This is key. Do whatever you have to do to provide for yourself and your family. That's a message I want to get across, man. And we can't keep blaming our children for the things that in which they're doing out in the streets and stuff like that. If we didn't give them you talking about nation building, if we didn't give them a proper foundation, where they didn't have to go fill out the devil's application or have to go to their schools and to be educated. You understand? In order for them to earn some type of currency, to be able to provide for themselves and their family. If we didn't take time to do that, then we can't blame them for them getting caught up in the drug game, shot up, and all kind of things like that. That's our fault. And the generation before us, not to throw salt on Dr. Martin Luther King. I think they meant well. They meant well, but they was duped. They was hoodwinked. They was made, and this is key. They was made. Talking about the generation before us. They was taught that was so good to shut down the businesses and the schools and the temples and stuff in which we had that was good enough for us. You understand? Shut that down and then go work and even support other businesses in their endeavors. Now we look at 35, 40 years later, the main people that's unemployed is the people who fell for it. Most brothers and sisters who come into this country, and I'm talking about lately, because I'm a factor as well, right? But I'm talking about lately, but 5 to 10 years. You understand? They're doing better in a amount of 5 to 10 years than you got some people that's been stranded over here for generations, man. And that's not the ultimate slap in the face. And people don't see that. People's not upset about that. So you talking about something's gonna happen, man? It's been on for a long time. It's been on for a long time.
Yeah,
but
it's been on. It's been on for a long time. It's been on for a long time. However, ain't been like this. You know what I'm saying? Things are coming into play to where there's no disregarding. Hold up. Maybe I need to snap out of it real quick. Hold up. You can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to snap out of it real quick. Things are coming into place to where it's no different than what was already shared as how things are supposed to come into place. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what. I literally have a 10-month-old advancing me with a specific kind of communication right now. Only been here for 10 months. He's been here for 10 months and is sharing with me light information that is not even in comparison to, yet relates to what I've been experiencing for the last past 40 some years. Today's the 22nd, right?
Mhm.
The physical becomes relevant when the physical is needed as a vehicle to move one from one place to the next. This is a fact. This is a fact. A motherfucker need the physical, the body, the shell to transport them from one place to the next, unless a motherfucker is outside of themselves or themselves handling business. True or false?
True stories.
True or false?
True, 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 true.
I'm saying when shit go off, what I'm saying is when shit go off, how do we become on?
Hmm.
That's true.
Because in order for on to be relevant, it has to be off. So if everything is off, how the fuck do you become on? Or how do you, you know?
Hmm. Don't hurt him.
I feel what you're saying, and it's happening right now. Those of us who know, like we got them right now, we know what we got to do. It ain't gonna be. It
Look,
becomes second nature. It becomes second nature. And those
right,
people who we can be there for, like the saying goes, you can't save everyone. And this is why, those people who are real, those are the people who I'm gonna be there for. Not, yeah, I have a unified love pretty much for living beings. Let me just put it that way. But as far as
right.
my personal love isn't for everyone and all people. It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
That's a
Okay.
fact.
But when I say my personal love, y'all know, like I said, y'all know, when I say that we're family, I don't cross family. And wouldn't advise family to cross me because I'm the same way. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But when I say that I'm family, it ain't no question in whether love or war or how I'm gonna be there time and time again. Not so much in verbal. I don't mind because I'm a very verbal type of person. Yeah, I can say it verbally, but I like to be able to show it more so in my action. You feel
Right.
me? So yeah, if and when those lights come off, and the same thing goes right now with those people who was in it because we was in it to bring the best up out of us, be it the teachings and the guidances that we had by way of the sacred spiritual master teacher or the many different master teachers like I
Right.
had, my mother, your mother, all of our mothers and fathers, and upright people who was there to give us guidance, be it some of the people we worked for, our supervisors, teachers, all kind of people on this roller coaster ride called life, we have met many different people that some of us we might have started our path or our journey off with are not with us today. It can even be children and other family members or friends or associates, But bottom line is, all of that is coming up to a certain point where if and when that the ultimate test and whatever that ultimate test is, everyone we have to we'll know whenever we go through it, whatever that ultimate test is, right? You won't have to ask, you won't have to look, because those people who are sincere is gonna be there. If that makes sound like sense.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
It's time for people to be real. And this is what happened, you know, through the many years I have seen, you know, when I would travel, especially on Tamaray, and I met beautiful brothers and sisters all over the world. And, you know, I mean, it's almost a shame with all that vital information and that chance of that gathering that we had. You understand? And I'm not saying to look back on it in the sense of trying to spit on that great movement. But it's like a lot of times people just pretty much wasted their own time and wasted other people's time because they was only looking for a reason for it to fail. That's why they really didn't try. That's why they really didn't really want to make it happen. That's why they gave every excuse in the book on why it couldn't work. And like the saying goes, whether you think something will or won't, it will or won't. It depends on what your thought process is. That's perfect harmony of sound therapy right there. That's the difference. You understand? When we cut out the excuses that people tend to make, you know, we help remove that. We help remove that you know, that doubt that a lot of people have. You can call it human nature. Is that fair to say? Is it human nature that causes people to doubt so much? You know, to question certain things to the point where you even got people now in this silliness that they call in the conscious community are even questioning if the ancestors actually existed or not. And I'm not just talking religiously. I'm talking about the ancestors pretty much all over this planet. You understand? Some of us are returned. Some of us are descendants of these great beings, right? They're actually questioning if all of that was just made up. If that's not a slap in the face, what is it? So that's the point I was making when I spoke about the Negro, you know, the Negro and the Negaro. Because it seemed like every other nation of people will fight and kill if they have to preserve their story, right or wrong. But a Negro and the Negro, they don't want that. They don't want to preserve nothing because they feel like they don't deserve anything. So it's back to that thought process. They're already self-defeated right then. Is they feel like they're not even worthy to have anything. So when you come across, and this is key, when you have a person or a people or a group amongst us that's trying to nation build, if there is such a thing, and you got people with that type of mentality, we got to execute and X them right on up out of there. Because
that's the ex-ammunition.
Yes, got to, man. Got to.
That's the ex-ammunition. Motherfuckers being you know, that's the ex-ammunition.
Excommunicate, X, whatever. Yeah, you got to be put through that test, man. And that's what I'm saying. I don't mind being tried, you know, tested and proven. I don't mind that. But see, here's something. I'm going to speak about myself right quick. Here's something that a lot of people didn't do. A lot of people didn't do this. A lot of people didn't question when they came into the doctrine and when they were being indoctrinated. Some people just accepted it, but they really didn't put it through the test. So when things hit the fan, that's when all those questions that they might have had from the beginning, well, I knew something was wrong with them the whole time. Talking about the sacred spiritual master teacher. You know, I knew something was wrong. I knew it wasn't gonna work. I knew it wasn't gonna last that long. You see that's poisonous thinking right there. That's sick. That's sick. That's really sick right there. But anyway, that's why I don't give too much energy to that. That's why I love giving energy to what we have, because we have been on the move ever since the Brilliant Mind Roundtable Conference call-in. And it have grown. It grown to the point, to me, I even like this better because we can get much more involvement. You feel me? I mean, is it just me? I mean, Phenom, I mean, you know, is it just me?
No, wait, what you're saying is right in his act, because we got to get to it while it's at hand.
Yep.
Point blank simple. We have to get to why it's at hand. Now I'm saying point blank simple. That's the way it has to go. Like I said earlier, if you fuck with Doc, then this is what it is. This 2017 AD How the fuck you expect for me to be in 2017 AD fucking with Doc? I'm someone that fucked with Doc from the 90s, 80s.
Here's something for you. Here's something.
Had the privilege and blessings of from the 70s. Feel me?
Yeah, I'm about to say actually the 70s.
Yeah. In the same token, it's 17. Feel me? How you get with that?
Here's something that was said to me personally throughout my travels, and I'm quite sure it's been said to each one of us as well. If it haven't, then trust me, your time will come. One of the, I had a lot of people had the audacity to ask me, "Oh, you trying to be like him?" And I never took time to answer it, but I'm going to take time to answer it right now, though. While we live and direct, and why things can be documented.
Right.
Thank you, Phenom and Twin Spirit and Master Maku and Malachi Disciple and the Solar Banu, Yahoo Ellen Jill and listening audience. You're gonna get my answer right now because I've been waiting to go live with this. No, I'm not trying to be the sacred spiritual master teacher. I'm trying to be myself. And not just trying, I am being myself. You understand? I'm not saying this in any form, shape, or fashion to be disrespectful. I'm very appreciative of the works in which he did, that I'm not going to, me as an individual, as well as collective, those of us who's on this format tonight, we are very respectful, but we're also doing our part because that's what we are here for. That's what we are living for, is to do our part. You understand? And each one of us is a vital piece of this puzzle in all of our life, not just the sacred spiritual teacher's life, but all of our life. And if the more and more people were to wake up and look at the mirror, look at that mirror, like I told you, that big nose or short nose, narrow, big, cricket, whatever, nose in which you have, concentrate on that mirror. You understand? Come in tune with that breath of life. You understand? Being in tune with your thoughts and that sound and into that original, you talking about sound therapy. I'm talking about that original heartbeat that set things in place, that set things in order, that's in all of us. Not just no one particular person. And if you can't understand that, and this is for the critic, if you can't understand that, then that's your problem, not mine. But I suggest it's not no whining, no threat, no. Don't make it a problem. You keep that with you. Okay? And yeah, and like my twin spirit said, I had to say that directly from the chest, man. Because some people need to hear it that way. You feel me? Some people really, really need to hear it that way. Because again, talking and debating and all that kind of stuff like that, it becomes redundant after a while, man, because that's not helping to get the work done. I don't want to call it a job because a job is just over broke when you really look at those letters. You understand?
Yep.
But the task at hand, which is what we are doing now, because people are hurting by this. You want to talk about why sound therapy became necessary over 3 years ago? Why perfect harmony became necessary going on 2 years and or even much longer than that, but just at the surface level, where we start to document, the things in which we're doing, and we formed it in the form of a business adventure. You get what I'm saying? And it's very, very beautiful. It's very vital. But this is what became necessary in order for real healing to take place. Because I know people can want to pretend all they want to. They can pretend all they want to. They've been indoctrinated, and some people have been cut off. Some people have been through all kind of things. Some people have been through hell and back when things hit the fan. Some people even lost their damn mind, literally. People had their hearts broken behind this, man. And you still got people who's holding other people's lives in balance. You understand?
Yep.
So when we come forth to offer healing, to do our part, and whether you agree, if you don't agree, that's fine. Just do you. Don't interfere with what we're doing, though. Because this person that you're hearing, the tone of voice that you're hearing, I don't deal in whining threats. I don't send no, I don't love you that much.
No, so you said that
to an enemy. To an enemy. I don't love you that much that I'm going to send a warning to you. You understand? I show up unannounced. Let's put it that way. I show up at a time when you least expect me to. In a place in which you least expect me to.
It started raining hard.
What was that, Phenom?
As soon as you said don't come at us, it started raining hard. Now he calling the dog.
All praises due, man. All praises due, because it's real. It's real. We know we're doing our part, and we don't mind. Hey, can I speak about the weather right quick? Let me share this right quick. People look at, people look at the things that the devil and his kind has, and all these kind of weapons of mass destruction and all that kind of stuff like that, and all kind of things that, that's where that fear comes in at, right? But we got the greatest weapon, which is ourselves. We got the greatest resources, which is ourselves. And we even got nature on our side. But why should nature really help the children of nature when they're seeing us do some of the most silly, and I'm saying as a whole, you understand? To the point where we're even denying their existence. We even denying the great works in which they did. And we even denying ourselves as being their children. And wondering why we're in the predicament that we're in. I'm talking about as a whole. Because it was never about us as individuals. It was never ever about us as individuals. It's about all of us that can do what we're supposed to do. And that's why I enjoy what we do so much. That's why I try to gather as much as I can.
Right, because nature's the epitome of what's taking place. I'm saying, and this is in accordance with the masters at the pyramids with the 360.
Right.
Because hold up, let me go here real quick. Only reason why I'm going here because I heard this just now, so go here real quick. This from Melchizedek, facts. And that's dealing with the mental portion of what's taking place. There's those of us that have, this comes from Melchizedek, true story. True story. I'm hearing this in my head right now. I'm repeating what I'm hearing in my head while we on the phone. We live, right? We live. And we live. What it is by circumstance. Point blank simple. What it is by circumstance. You know what I'm saying? Yet, what is what it is by circumstance. That's a messiahship in regards to circumstance. Because of circumstance, you're going to have to turn into a motherfucking messiah if you don't want to be caught up in the circumstance. You're going to have to become something other than, why you in the circumstance. Feel me? That's what's happening right now in the sun cycle. Motherfuckers don't even acknowledge the cycle that they just came from, let alone coming into what we're coming into, not even acknowledging that we're in a new sun cycle or a sun cycle. Literally. It's been the last 3 days, speaking literal, the last 3 days, it's been hot than a motherfucker. Last 3 days, it's been on scorch. If everything was to go off, what do we do? You know why that's a question with me? And it's really not a question? Yeah, it is. I'm just sharing. The reason why it's always been a question with me if things were to go off is the simple fact that if I'm on, then there's off. If on was to go off, what do they do? motherfuckers say that they deal with sound reasoning, yet never even thought of the simple fact that if on went off, what do you do? Is there a deity in AEO called off? OFF? Hmm? Is there a being in AMOM called OFF? Off? Off. If everything was to go off, because when shit come on, it could, on, everything is, we're here. Everything is good. But if everything that's considered good go off, then what? What happens? What happens there? This some shit I'm not even asking. This some shit that when I was with Dr. Malachi Z. York, and Dr. Malachi Z. York asked me, yo, what if everything was to go off? What you gonna do? He asked me this. I'm just sharing. Yo, if everything was going off, what would you do? I still ain't got an answer. That's why I'm asking. If everything was to go off, what do we do? No one has an answer.
I can tell you what we don't do. We don't start nation building. We don't start following people who pretend to be divinely inspired. We listen to the information that was given to us. And hopefully we will have learned knowledge of self, ourselves.
Right.
Read our holy tablets, our own holy tablets. Activate that DNA. So maybe that shock might just turn you into a electromagnetic spaceship. You know what I mean? So, it's what level you at? Do you believe or do you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's the question.
Plain simple.
To be or not to be.
That's key right
to
there.
know or not to know.
Plain simple. So we all or we aren't. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm on deck. Myself and family are on deck. We live, and I'm saying this.
Yeah, and let me chime in right quick.
We're on deck. Hooney Ba. I'm saying we're on deck.
Right. And
Feel
I just
me?
want to chime in.
And this is how we have to be, because we get ready. We getting close. These motherfuckers ain't talking about nothing. These motherfuckers aren't discussing anything.
But see,
these motherfuckers ain't dealing with the wrenches. We in the trenches. We in the trenches with the wrenches.
Yeah, I love it. This is why, but I just want to answer, from my standpoint to the question in which you posed. Okay. And we're doing what we're doing now. So much so, and this is key what I'm about to say, so much so that it's going to be second nature. So we won't have to ask what we're going to do.
Right.
We'll do what we're supposed to do naturally.
Right.
And we've been prepared for that. Right. A lot of us, we don't have the time, space, and, really to speak about it now, but each one of us who made that connection that we're connected with within our circle, including the sacred spiritual master teacher, right? We have been prepared for this by many people. You understand? We had went through the fire and the brimstone, or the muck and the mire and the hell and beyond. You understand? We done did all of that, right? So bottom line is, if the lights go out.
That's why I introduced something the other day when I was saying that all we had to do is just meet one another at a certain time. If 9 p.m. comes and we know it's getting ready to be 9 p.m., why can't there's those of us at 9 p.m. we just devote ourselves for 5 minutes and just think about what we think about?
And we're gonna do that, but hey, allow me to spill some beans right quick. Let me spill some beans right quick. Now, stop the movement, whether you want to say he got captive, kidnapped, that's debatable. I'm just gonna leave that on, I'm gonna leave that. But I just want to bore on this thought right quick, right? Remember, he kept saying for years, those of us who traveled to the embassy, our holy land of Tamaray, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, get here. This is going, we were trying to vote those devils up out of that office in Egerton. You get what I'm saying? Get here.
Mm-hmm.
Make Kadesh your resident for those of us who remember that movement, right? He said, get here.
Kadesh.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But bottom line is there wasn't no massive migration the way that it could have been or should have been. Okay. Right. So now he spoke about, when the vortex opened, 2003, so on and so forth. You even got people debating whether it happened or didn't happen. The vortex did happen, but it didn't happen, vision, for the people who were so visual. They wanted to see the ships from the outside of them, but they didn't become the ship. They didn't turn in and out. They didn't
ironic.
do that.
That's ironic that you mentioned that, being that we're alive. That's ironic that you mentioned that the vortexes open up, because there's a bunch of vortexes open up in the month of August. In the month of August, going into September, there are a bunch of vortexes opening up. In the month of August, September, October, November, December. These are the months that people are going to have that thing with them in their head after them hearing this, what was just said. The next few months is going to be what is going to be physically.
And it's vital. It's vital to the soul.
It's absolutely vital to the soul. It's absolutely vital to the Ba, or the Kaaba, or the Kaaba. It's going to be vital to the circle and the square.
And this is the beans I wanted to spill right quick. And matter of fact, I'm gonna spill 2 beans at one time. One of the main reasons why it appeared that the sacred spiritual master teacher contradicted himself, or in this book he said that, and when he was teaching religion, he said this. When he was speaking, right knowledge, he said that, and it appeared to be contradictory, to the ignorant and to the on listener, or to the person who was looking for a reason not to obey anyway. Okay. So bottom line, if he had to do that, it's because not just sporadically, but you're dealing with people that has been separated from themselves and each other, or ourselves, for such a long time. It had to do that because, didn't know exactly, from the surface level, who you were actually talking to, or where this person is actually coming from. Not necessarily from time or place, but where they're coming from.
Those are the motherfuckers on the school bus.
Yeah, what place?
Those are about,
bus.
Yeah. Those are motherfuckers on the school bus. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, class is over with. Class is over with. So how you arriving? Hold up. Class is over with. So how you arriving in a school bus? Those are the ones that was in the school bus that arrived and came to class when there was no class being held. So how you arrive in a school bus? You hear that? Yeah, how they arrive in the school bus for class. We ain't here for class. The masses aren't here. We've established. You know what I'm saying? We're not here for class. You see this, it comes through the glass.
Man, that's powerful right there.
It's coming through the glass. You know what I'm saying? Right. When a motherfucker see you on the other side, because that's what they doing right now. That's what they're doing right now. Motherfuckers literally going through the glass to see in class what the old one or the ancient one was teaching. Then when we here right now. Right now. We're here right now. Plain simple. That was a transmission that came through me the other day when the AEO, ancient Egyptian, that's not the ancient. AEO don't stand for ancient Egypt. That's the ancient extraterrestrial order. In all actuality, those of us are on ET shit. We ET, whether we like it or not.
Man,
Point blank simple. We're extraterrestrial. You fuck with Dr. Malachi Z. York, you fuck with an extraterrestrial. Point blank simple.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers, we 15 years in, and these motherfuckers is still doing religious shit. These motherfuckers is still doing Egyptian shit. These motherfuckers is still doing Sumerian. These motherfuckers is still doing all these various different things. Ain't none of these motherfuckers on no extraterrestrial shit. You fuck with Dr. Malachi Z. York, you gotta be on some ET shit. ET is Dr. Malachi Z. York, point blank simple. The only Nubian that Nubians know since we've been born is Dr. Malachi Z. York. Ain't no other Nubian that came through on some Dr. Malachi Z. York shit. Dr. Malachi Z. York came through with the ET shit, the extraterrestrial shit, which consisted of religion and all that and whatever and die. But ultimately, it's ET shit. It's extraterrestrial.
Hey, you know what? I said it before and I got to say it now while it's live and direct. It's better than a movie. It's way better than a movie. You understand? Way better than a movie. Because like I say, I can speak about just like the disgruntled follower up there doing their establishment and you do what you do, and I'm gonna do mine. That, you know, my experience was totally different. And yes, I did see him many different ways. No, the master sound therapist, Huni Bakatun, the magic man, do not worship. You understand? But I got nothing but
that's the tuning. That's the tuning. Huni Bakatun. That's the tuning of the soul.
That's the tuning form.
Cuneiform. That's Kinea. Exactly. That's Kinea. This is sound reasoning. This is sound reasoning. This is for the mentals of those that deal with them the mentals.
Right back to sound again. That's right back to sound again. That's why I love y'all. That's why I love my family so much, man. Again, cause y'all help bring, you know, I won't say difficult because as a master sound therapist, I don't use words like that. But
you all deal with Dr. Malachi, you deal with sound reasoning.
You know how challenging it is when you deal with people who's only caught up one-dimensional, who can quote all kind of things, but like I say, they haven't had that personal experience. I won't even say it's sad because that's when I get caught up emotionally. But you know, you have to get to a certain point, and this is vital, and this is key, you know, for those of us who's willing to do our part as willing workers. We cannot get caught up emotionally with people being to the point where they're so caught up and they're so sad and all kind of things emotionally. Is because why is number one, they haven't had that personal experience. Because once you have that personal experience, nobody can ever take that away from you. Nobody.
That's why we've been watching, and that's no coincidence because we've been watching so-called horror flicks. We've been watching horror flicks for the last past week, give or take, realizing that the motherfucker that's terrifying shit is the one that's actually scared or afraid. We've been watching horror flicks, like, for some reason, like, yo, I'm watching horror flicks. Like, the energy's been attracted to horror flicks. I'm like, watching horror flicks, okay, we gotta go with the flow. Now I'm saying, I'm gonna go with the flow. Point blank simple. I'm gonna go with the flow. You got motherfuckers that deal with A-mom or A-mom. I'm gonna go with the flow. I deal with A-flow. Also, I'm gonna go with A-flow, which is a part of A-mom. Get what I'm saying? You hear me?
Hey, look, I got a quick question I got to ask right quick. My phone's about ready to go out. I need to recharge because I have to deliver a certain message. I got to deliver a certain message for the youth. If y'all willing, tune in if y'all can and help support me on We Will Aware You.
I know that question.
Okay, here's the question. Are we going to gather sometime tonight? Because I got to do what I got to do from about 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to about 10:15. So that's the question. Are we going to resurface tonight? Because I'm going to go through that break. I'm willing to get on, but I got to, like I said, I got to recharge my phone. I need to, you know, recharge myself so I can deliver what needs to be delivered in about 2 hours. So are we going to gather again tonight or what? Huh?
Post the number and stuff.
Yeah, I'll do that. Look, I'm ready to put it on pause right now. Hopefully, if there's any final thoughts right now for this particular build, I enjoy what we shared so far. I mean, I love, you know, each and one of y'all with your heart and soul in me. And I think,
Yo,
think y'all.
Yo. Let me tell you. Let me share something real quick.
Yeah.
I'm about to not go in. I gotta go in. I know. Let me share this real quick before we get off of this motherfucker. I'm about to. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
I have no other choice but to go in, right? Meaning to go against myself, because myself is what I am. So I have no other choice but to come against myself, because ultimately that's the case. That's a best kept secret that's in the case, is one coming in contact with themselves. You hear me?
Yeah.
It's one coming in contact with themselves. Because you have to come in contact with yourself before the evaluation is even considered. Because the actual evaluation is when one comes in contact with themselves. That's an evaluation being considered, even when a motherfucker come in contact with themselves. Ultimately, regardless to what have you, you know what I'm saying? Regardless to what have you, a motherfucker still has to come in contact with themselves. You're the one that's going to introduce you to Melchizedek or Melchizedek or Michael or, you know what I'm saying? You're the one that's going to do that, because you're or is the one that came in contact with the Melchizedek that will present Melchizedek to you when you come in contact with your, which is you.
That's divine truth right there. That's pure divine truth right there. Yahoo Ellen Jill, man, thank you so much for you being in tune and being a receiver. I knew you was a receiver just by how you would write certain things, many years ago. You feel me? And for you to be able to receive it live and direct, and you talking about this particular subject on this particular bill, this what make us different. Not saying, not saying that we're better. Of course that we are, but I'm not saying in the sense that, for people to get all jealous, of course we are better. We're better in the sense that we're becoming ourselves, we're being ourselves, we're doing our part, and we're making some stuff happen. Right. We're not so caught up, and we're not going to be stuck, whether it's here or there.
Right.
Because like you say, you're going to be in contact with yourself. And those of us who have had that personal experience, and that's a whole nother subject that we need to have, speaking about our individual experiences. Because again, throughout my travels, I have met many brothers and sisters when I used to travel, especially when we used to have.
But there's nothing. But there's nothing. But there's nothing like coming in contact with yourself.
Yourself, yeah, that's true. That's true.
The most meanest motherfucker you come in contact with along that road is you.
It's yourself. Yeah.
When you see you walking up the road, and you coming on down, and you come in contact with yourself, there's nothing like that.
Hey, when you Yahoo Ellen Jill, let me ask you this right quick. Now, for those people who watch me, like I say, I Twin Spirit, I know she understood what I said and what I'm about to say right now, as well as you, Phenom, right? When I tell people who before June 13th, 1985, when I said that, the oversoul, the being, the rider, looked just like me. You understand? I mean, I just think, no different from me. You understand? But I do know that, damn, right now with the things that happening after the effect, after June 13th, 1985, I mean, it's like, to me, it's almost like you say, on some dark shit. That's the extraterrestrial type of stuff that you talk about. That's you
walking up. That's you walking up from the street.
Yeah.
That's you up. That's you up the street walking towards yourself.
Meet me.
Me and you.
at another point in time. You get what I'm saying? But a lot of
That's the
people can't
meaning.
say that. But see, it seems made up, you know, to the on listener, to the person who never had that experience. And I'm not saying it because they're, you know, being ignorant or critical. I'm saying to the point, I almost feel sad because it's almost like, okay, don't be so caught up whether what I said is true or not, but work at prayer or meditation or whatever you need in order for you to make contact with your own self. It's okay to learn. It's okay to learn, you know, what happened with the sacred spiritual master teacher, right? You know, people can quote that verbatim, right? You understand? But, you know, when have you took that walk and that voice on the inside spoke to you? And it happened. A lot of people don't want to admit it. That same voice that'll say, man, I ain't heard from a phenom. The next thing I know, damn. You know, we pick up the phone, and we on the phone at the same time, and the damn phone don't even ring. That's what you know.
That ain't no cell phone involvement.
That's telepathic.
In all actuality, that's why the question was asked. Not earlier. That's why that's telepathic. That's telepathy. Exactly. That's why the question was asked earlier. Now I'm saying, like, yo, if everything was to go off, what do we do? What you mean? What do we do? Know what I'm saying? Because if a motherfucker go off, I already know about the thing going off. Know what I'm saying?
Now, having said that,
This is the first time. This is facts. Oh, real quick. This is first time in the so-called Melanite situation that's been going on YouTube. You know how motherfuckers be on YouTube and they have their channels and they do this, that, and the third and die and all that shit. This is the first time that the discussion has taken place in regards to survival amongst the Melanites. You know what I'm saying? Amongst those of us that know when it comes to Dr. Malachi Z. York, it's not for play. We can do the whole MZ York shit or MZY. We can do that shit all day long. Yet, where we're at in circumference, when you have to acknowledge your situation, know what I'm saying, in the square, feel me? It's supreme mathematics. When a motherfucker has to be, when a motherfucker has to be where they are at, because that's where they're supposed to be. That takes place at what? All times. At all times, this is what happens when a motherfucker is stationary where they're supposed to be.
Man, that's perfect. That is perfect right there. Let me share this right quick. And I promise you, I'm gonna have to put this on pause and reboot. But I want to share this. Here's what makes this difference. And I know Yahoo Ellen Jill, you posed the question, but here's what makes it different. When you get to a point and we tapped in with all in all, right? Those of us, all in all, right? We are automatically no. And thanks to the devil's format, the media and the devil, you know, we're appreciative of, you know, for us to be able to go live and be able to document certain things. But that has been one of the greatest errors, mistakes, if you want to call it, that we have made, because the enemy was always, you know, good at infiltrating, always good at, you know, putting their tapping devices all on phones and all kind of things like that. You know, so here's a page from Lost Book of Huni. Y'all be the judge if it's a made up book or not. Not this day and time.
Right.
Not this day and time. We're not gonna send no type of warning and threats. We don't love you that much. You understand? What happens will happen. And we ain't gonna just sit back and keep letting things happen. I'll put it that way.
Right.
We're not gonna sit back and wait for things to come. You understand?
Right.
We take it to your door, under your house and beyond. You feel me?
Right. And that's the whole that's the whole thing, because the situation has to take place the way it has to take place. That's what the storms do. That's what the storms does. That's what happens in the currents. Especially
anyway, I love y'all. I love y'all. I got to sign off with my phone.
If fucking with the Huni, you hear that?
Yeah, I'm here. Y'all be plug my phone back up. What was that? Yeah.
If you're fucking with the Huni, this is what happened.
What's that, Maku?
if you're fucking with the Hoonie, this is what happens. You know what I'm saying? Hoonie sounds like what is taking place now. Even the tone.
Man.
This is Major. Yo, fam, I love y'all with the heart and soul of me. Hey, answer that question. Are we going to gather a little bit later on tonight? Because I'm going to post that. Twin Spirit, I heard you. I'm going to post that, and I'm going to tag y'all in it, okay? But are we going to gather sometime tonight? I'm trying to, know so I'll be prepared. So after I finish delivering what needs to be delivered.
I learned how, if it happens, it happens. So
okay, that sounds good.
I guess I'll be there. Yeah.
All right, then. All right, well, I'm signing off, man. I love y'all with the heart and soul of me. Until the next bill.
Love. Ashug. DOC.
Yeah. Public corrections.
Shit. People got corrected tonight. Whether they liked it or not. They're gonna get this medicine. You know what I mean? Yep. So back to these lost souls. Back to these lost souls. These beings that are out in the wilderness, being driven and guided by false prophets. It's all in L's in jail. All been revealed in L's in jail. That's why we got the skills. For real, for real.
Rails.
For real,
they can play if they want to.
Yeah, man.
They can play this shit for rails. They can play if they want to.
They ain't got nothing to say, because I don't think anyone outside this circle can answer that question. And that's the fact. Look at them, they're all talking nonsense, man. Conscious community is not conscious, it's unconscious. Attacking your subconscious. Niggas talking nonsense. It's all going out of right, I think. Yeah, people getting crazy on the information. People getting crazy with the new so-called information. But anything new is new, so it is what it is. If it's a new world order, it's a news world order. Y'all can't keep his name out your mouth, even if you wanted to. Because there's always something new and new.
Oh, just like the new update, right?
Yep.
Supposedly, the new update and Doc telling them
right.
Oh, really?
In the old teaching.
Yep.
Oh, was that?
Yeah, he telling them go back to the holy tablets, the old teachings. Don't be knocking your robe, Santeria, anything. Anybody else's ideology or religion. Knocking and slander, especially, he said, especially if it's concerning my freedom or helping me. Because he said I was a non-believer until I ran into a Yoruba guy, and he said, because he was losing his eyesight, he said, and I guess the guy helped me. He said they're all good Yorubas, there's good Santeria.
Yo, let me ask something. Let me ask something.
Their culture. Oh, yeah, I got you.
Black Sun.
Yeah. Especially when that's their culture, not a religion to them. That's part of their culture. But go ahead. Yeah.
Let me ask something to the conscious community. I'm just saying, I ain't trying to be redundant. I'm just saying, feel me? We live right now. What I'm saying is, for everything go off, what is it that we do? That's all I'm saying. We know what we do, right? True or false? We know what we do. We telepath. We telecommunicate. Yet, overall, what I'm saying is, when we're dealing with Melanites, what is it that we do? What is it that, you know what I'm saying? How, feel me? These motherfuckers talking about having situations established, meaning motherfuckers have land, and motherfuckers have language, and motherfuckers have rooms, and motherfuckers have parking lots, and motherfuckers have sidewalks, and you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers have clothes, and motherfuckers, like, not that, because motherfuckers like us gonna have that regardless.
Right.
First and foremost, motherfuckers like that is we're gonna have that regardless. We're gonna make sure that first and foremost is correct. You know what I'm saying, opposed to having a motherfucker out here naked, like niggas is ass out. Like nigga, you not gonna have yourself ass out. You know what I'm saying? Those that run with the most high, we not gonna have ourselves ass out. That's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? They come through with the information that they come through with in regards to this is what should happen and the children and this, that, and third and Meanwhile, that's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Because it still boils down to the motherfucker that's in contact with anything like that. Point blank simple. You know what I'm saying? You come in contact, you gotta be in contact. You gotta be on deck. Point blank simple. I'm only going on because I'm expressing. I'm sharing what's coming through me right now. I could cut it off at any given moment. I'm just saying though, on the strength that we live. Feel me? On the strength that we motherfucking live. Know what I'm saying? Motherfucker got to come in when it boils down to it. Motherfucker got to come in contact with themselves. Point blank simple.
Facts.
Point blank simple. Motherfucker got to realize themselves. Motherfucker got to come in contact with themselves. Point blank simple. There's nothing that those of us belong to. What is it that we belong to? We don't belong to anything other than that which we must come in contact with, which is nothing more than our motherfucking self. Motherfucker got to come in contact with themselves, regardless of what order a motherfucker may proclaim to be established with, whether it be AEO or ancient mystic order, SGL. It doesn't make a difference, regardless what one would identify with. You still have to come in contact with yourself. Point blank simple. Before one could carry on, they would have to first establish what needs to be established with themselves before they could carry on, before they could giddy up, before they could go, before they could maneuver. Before a motherfucker could go on or continue, they have to first and foremost make things all wise, right, and exact. Everything takes place all wise, right, and exact with oneself. That's the formation of the foundation that needs to take place before it happens. Before it happens. Point blank simple. You know what I'm saying? Point blank simple. I know what I'm saying is right and exact because I didn't say what I just said. You know what I'm saying? That shit came through me. That's why I just said what I just said. Makul, Black Sun, Fati, come on. Know what I'm saying? We on deck. What happened, fuck? What happened?
Where you at, sis?
Yeah.
I thought you were saying something.
Yeah, I was saying that the post that I was that was from the Man from Planet Rift, right? I went back and looked at the article, but it was just all time everything that we, talk about. I don't never read this, making all of the stuff that we say is proof, like in the book about other beings being here. He was just one being that certain those beings channeled. So those beings wanted to send those messages, and they're more powerful. They can send it. Some of them, he don't hear them no more. That's what the Bible is saying, that he don't hear them anymore because the message that they had to give already came through. How can you take away from all of that he said? Because he explained who he is. So you could just erase all of the books and just go with one. It just doesn't make any kind of
Right.
sense. And if he did come up with a constitution, the constitution comes, is the laws of the land or the laws of the people, right? So everything here would be, and on that video is also it was a scroll. I don't know if you see like the section part of such and such in the Constitution, which that person is violating. Came up, with the Constitution. The Constitution came through. Like McCool was stating, last night about what the woman. What did you say about the women McCool in the tribe?
Yeah, the women are the leaders, tribal leaders.
Yeah,
really?
they're tribal. That's a fucking fact because that's a fucking fact. That's a fact because when you have demeanors like Tamu, like when you have that's a fucking fact.
Yeah.
The women are the leaders. Hey, they're the L. Those are the L's. Those are the Elohim. Elohim are the women. You know what I'm saying?
They're the Comanches.
The command. Yeah, exactly. The Comanche. Fuck yeah. We know who the women is. We know who the real women.
Yeah.
We know who the real women. You know what I'm saying?
We acknowledge Sister Hagar as the head of the Yamasee tribe. So and the chief is still the chief. That's my point.
Yeah.
The man ain't dead. If
you're saying he's not dead and it's proof that he's not dead, then you're not.
So then that's it. Anyone else doing any other thing is doing another thing. Don't claim it's the same thing.
I know the chief because the woman is the one that be like, yo, we gotta get some more chief. We go get some more chief. We got plenty of shit to roll up.
That's right.
That's McCool. We be on our McCool. Roll some shit up. Roll some shit up, like ET status.
Exactly. And the chief ain't no leader. Let's get that straight.
The Elohim, another word for the Elohim is Banat, right? And
what's that? Say again.
He said the children of the Elohim, Anunnaki, the Banat, right?
Okay.
So Banat in Arabic means girls.
Yeah, the Banat, because the Banat where Ebal Issa where Ebal Issa was where he had his little situation of the SR rule law community. Yeah, he had the Banat with the little girls. Who said that? Who said that?
So if it's like you just said, I'm saying you can't make it up. Like that's
That's a fact.
Can't make it up.
That's what it is.
You can't make that up. You were just talking about it in the page.
Right.
Boom, right there.
It's true.
But that,
Well, I can see the picture.
And that's how you see male characters trying to come on scene now, taking on female roles by wearing the beanie.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers, they becoming Banat. Like you not Banat. Fuck out of here. You not Banat, nigga. Like you wearing the fucking. You got the fucking get the fuck out. You got the third eye tattoo. Come on, we not. You trying to take on the role of the woman in a cute way as a man. That don't work. In a cute way as a man. You heard that? In a cute way as a man.
Goddamn.
Fuck out of here. That shit don't work. No way. No fucking way. That's not what's happening. Wow. Oh.
Yeah. So well, we're gonna bring this to a close and resume maybe later on.
Yeah,
I think they got enough of this work for the minute.
Did you say what you said earlier? They about to what you say? They about to get this work.
Man, it work.
They got that work, man. They got that work, man.
This shit is not for free. But the work is
Al being that the voice or the letter from ADX Max said turn back. Oh, and he said you got to deal with the and no. He said that. And no, you got to deal with that.
They listen. They deal with Dr. Malachi Z York, right? But when you're dealing with motherfuckers that's affiliated with Dr. Malachi Z York, you forget their name. I forget her name. It's two of Dr. York daughters. It's two of Dr. York daughters, but I forget their names. And I even put one name out there. I said Leah. Like, I don't know if that's the name of her. But you don't remember the name. But you dealing with We Live, right? We live, right? We live. But you don't even know the names of Doc's daughters. Hold up. I'm not going to be stuck stupid. I'm just saying, hold on. Cause I'm about to cut the call real quick so we can go in and fall back. I ain't going to fall back. Hold up. Because it was said that two of Dr. York's daughters, right, was a part of him becoming what he is in so many words. White Buffalo, right? Yet you know not their names. What are their names?
That's what I'm saying. Offer and authorization.
What are their names? What are the two names of the two daughters? What are their names? You can't just easily get away with that. Fuck that. You can't just do that. Go ahead.
Real quick, with the RICO law, you said about the RICO law, right? If it's a gang, what was alcohol?
Yep. Gotti, whoever.
Yeah,
say it again. I couldn't hear you. You breaking up crazy.
I'm still breaking up.
Yeah, you breaking up crazy to me. You breaking up.
I mean, yeah.
That's because I'm on fire. Can you hear me now?
You breaking up. I hear you.
Am I breaking up still?
No, I gotta hear what you're saying. It's important that I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
So I was saying, as far as like the RICO law, like if it was a Gotti, a Capone, and what was the name of? We were talking about the other day, Charles Manson. If anybody filed something under that fucking name, with the same laws, that wouldn't raise an eyebrow to the government. That's what you're saying. Not saying that you're supposed to live in fear and that's supposed to stop you. Okay, we're gonna take away. I'm gonna take away all the borders, so you're just free with it. And a people was evicted off of the land because of that name and the ties to that name's organization. Right? Anything under that nation would cause other red flags, wouldn't it be?
Right.
Take away the RICO, take all that away.
No, I mean, because you don't even have to apply the RICO when it just comes to the basics. Anything that's affiliated with, because if we're over here in a group and somebody out of my group shot one of your peoples, regardless of what we called or label ourselves, it ain't gonna make a difference. All you know is that the motherfuckers over here, somebody that came out of that camp, harm somebody over here from my camp.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When it boils down to it. Right. Yeah. I'm saying, because physically, what does it matter? Now I'm saying, because if that's the case, then we should if that's the case, we should all be on land together. We should all be right now together. That's not the case. Now I'm saying that's not the case.
And it's always about love. So what I'm saying is, it's just about, it don't matter what you are, this and that. Then why do you have to go? Why do you have to? Why is it? It's also under a uniform, because you're proposing certain ideas. Like, you gotta learn a certain language, not taking away from the language or anything. Like, if it's just, then it's your way. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to submit to another way. You are yourself. Everybody's journey is their journey. So, you know.
Right.
But we can all get together. Like, them journeys ain't got nothing to do with us planting some motherfucking food. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
Right. But there's gonna be there's gonna be a clash, because we have to weather the storm. It's gonna be, especially when you deal with Fatima. We have to weather the storm. We have to weather the storm. It has to happen, regardless of what. I would say it has to happen. We have to weather the storm. The storm has to take place. Motherfuckers is building, we're destroying. We're destroying what's being built. Point blank simple. Motherfucker let me know that they're agreeable and I'm disagreeable, then that lets me know that I have no but choice but to destroy. I'm disagreeable and you agreeable. Okay, well, shit. If that's the case, then that's what it is. Fuck. The sun is different. Look, the sun is different. The sun is different, and there's another sun.
Yeah. That would be a cartoon. Come on, like this, like back in the day, like the superhero shit.
Right.
Like the spell of the Leviathan. 666.
Right. 666. Spookism. Know what I'm saying?
Well, I agree with Cedric the Entertainer. I ain't calling no grown ass man.
Cedric the Entertainer. Yeah, I'm about to go watch Lux versus Hollow. I gotta watch Lux versus Hollow. Shout out to the people. We about to do maintenance. Yeah.
I gotta watch this series on Netflix called, I think we were talking about it the other day, called Black Widow, right? Hello?
Black Widow?
It's called Black
Mirror.
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. One of the episodes, I don't know, I'm gonna just say this. At the end, they got in the car and they rode off, and the tag on the car said York.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna give away nothing else. You gotta go to the third season and start with that. Go to the first. I ain't saying don't watch all of it. Start from the third season. Watch those. It's just it's all kind of cool. And then going back to the man that risk.
That shit is crazy because when I just put in Black Mirror, that shit came on 114. Wow. Came on 114. Wow.
Yep. Well, I know I'm gonna be there for the next couple hours. Yeah. Visual research, as we say. We're gonna get them clues.
Right.
We're gonna get them clues.
Everything. Colors, everything. Size in the back.
Yo, motherfuckers don't even realize how the time is flying by so fast.
16 hours in
motherfuckers don't even realize how the days is going by so fast.
16 hours.
Like the days, like shit is going by so fast. Like the way those of us that do interact with one another is like, you know what I'm saying? Seeing how it actually goes, because it's like, come on. The shit go by so fast. It goes by very fast. You know what I'm saying? Fastly, if that's even a fucking word. Fastly. This shit go by fast. You know what I'm saying? We, watch how next week turn out. Watch how next week turns out in the week after that. Especially, hold up, next week, then you get the week after that. Watch how the middle of August turns. Watch the middle of August. Watch. Know what I'm saying? That's for those of them that's on the, that will listen to what's being stated right now. Know what I'm saying? That's for them. Watch what happens. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get up off here.
Yeah.
I'm about to get off here.
Yeah.
It's what it is.
Big up to the Buffalo Soldiers out here. The Sundancers, the Hoyas, the Yehoans, the Yahwehans.
Right.
The Reptilians, the Wunuwaptilians. Goddamn. The Pleiadians. All on deck, man. All on deck. All on deck.
They on deck. They on deck. How you gonna be what it is? Yet we are what it is because we know what it is.
Exactly.
Especially when Ruhullah, you know what I'm saying, Rahu is back. Like we already know that's on deck. Doc never went nowhere. Doc been writing. Doc been explaining. This is an ex-Amun Asian. You know what I'm saying? It's dealing with Amun. What they say? In Jesus' name we say amen. This is Amun. This is Amun X8 or Amun Nation. They talking about building a nation. Fuck you mean build a nation? This is ex-Amun Nation. Point blank simple. Shit. That's a fact. I know that. I gotta come in contact with myself. Know what I'm saying? Before this shit become Kodak.
Straight black.
You know what I'm saying? for the shit to become Kodak, I gotta come in contact with shit. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Yo. You know what I mean? I gotta come in contact with me first, foremost.
Yep.
Yeah.
And with that, we say, Hua.
Salute to the morning stars. Salute to the morning stars.
Salute to the morning
Say again?
star, man.
What you say? Morning
Salute
stars?
to the morning stars.
Salute to the morning stars. Yeah. That's dope.
Be out there.
That's dope. Yeah.
Forgot about you.
And we out.
Look, Hua. Morning stars. Yeah. That's dope.
None shunned away. Nation.